My pronouns are they, them, partner. Because I work like a man and I ride like a
Yeah, okay. That's funny. That's... Oh, fuck. God damn it. Forgot to do that. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome
is that going in?
I don't know.
I hope so. I wish.
Hi.
Oh, man.
There's going to be a censor over that, I guess. But
Yeah.
Welcome to a podcast will save this relationship. I'm Josh, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her.
On today's podcast, we talked about...
I'll just let you talk about it because I'm tired as shit.
That is fair. I sprained my heel, so we started off with that. Then we went into politics and soon to be cut because I have to edit it tonight.
It's gonna be deleted.
It's gonna be gone.
I'm mad.
Everything sucks
I'm
politically.
mad.
You guys know that.
You want to know what I think about it? I'm mad.
Yeah. And then we did the first 2 episodes of Severance. We talked about that, and then we did our Reddit stories as usual. And if you enjoy the podcast and you want to support the podcast, you can go to youtube.com and like, comment, subscribe, hit the gosh darn bell, raise 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. We have Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon at those websites, APWSTR, if you want to support financially, as well as Straight Over Coffee, and get Sarah's blend soon because we have no clue what the fuck's gonna happen with it
with the Colombia tariffs.
Yeah, because she has a Colombian bean, so get on it now before it's too late.
Yeah.
And if you want to have mutual aid links, Sarah, what mutual aid links do we got?
Yeah, so we got Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Lebanon. I think we still have stuff for North Carolina, Hurricane Helene. Not sure if it's still in there or not. Honestly, I haven't heard too much about it. We have the LA wildfires. I think we have a bunch of like GoFundMes listed there. And we also have a place where you can donate to the commissary for the incarcerated youth firefighters directly, which is really nice.
Everything will be for sure in the link tree. We've been getting some issues with Megaphone for how many like the length of our descriptions.
And it seems there's new things happening every dang day, so we're just gonna continuously upload helpful links in there. If you have any helpful links please check the link tree first, and then if they're not in there, please contact me. You can email us, I think would be the best way.
Yeah, so in the link tree, it'll be the first section. It'll be titled Mutual Aid, so definitely check that out if you can. Yeah,
and if you don't see something in there that you think should be in there, email us at contact@APWSTR.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at gmail.com, right?
At APWSTR.com.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Contacted AP. Yeah,
because we're
money
legit.
For that. Yeah. We're legit, dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but enjoy the episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Woo!
Woo!
Welcome back to the show, bitches!
We're jumping right into it.
Oh my fucking god! It's the fucking show! Fuck!
How are you doing?
It's the show now!
It's the show now.
The show is going now, as of right now.
All right, it's going now. All right, hi. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing, Sarah?
You ready for some fucking bummers? We leave for 1 week. We knew. No,
this was gonna happen.
This wasn't our fault. We this isn't like when the Queen died and we left.
And this is
or like the insurrection when we left for like a couple weeks and then we had to come back and there was an insurrection.
Yeah, no.
This happened and we were like sad and we didn't post a show.
Yeah,
and also your foot.
Yeah, so let's go.
And also me sick.
Yeah, you were sick. Yeah. You were coming out of being sick. There was a chance we could have recorded on Monday. And then a certain
someone did a certain gesture.
And it was like, oh, so we're cooked.
And everyone was like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
it or is it autism?
That's autistic people would do this. Am I right? Am I right, neurotypicals?
And as two neurodivergent people, we got so sad
that we couldn't record on Monday. To the point where I set up the stream stuff to do a cameo intro video because we now have cameos.
That's shaking your head. Yeah. Okay. Yes, we have cameos.
We have cameos, but like, I was gonna record the video, and then I just thought he just did that. I can't do this. This feels weird. Yeah.
I didn't even know it happened. I put up like a thing for my cameo on my this is real on my Instagram story.
No,
like to advertise it. And then I went on Twitter and saw what that fucker did, and I took it down because it felt inappropriate.
It felt very inappropriate.
It's like, if they're not related, But it does feel weird to be like, hey, while everyone's talking about whether or not that was a Nazi salute on live television from Elon Musk, name and shame.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ask me to say happy birthday to you on Cameo. Like, it just felt weird and strange.
No, yeah. And now, like, what is it? Now that we've had time for the dust to settle and even more worse things have happened. Like,
yeah, nothing else has happened since then. It's just been that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to escape this reality by going to the gym. And apparently a light jog was enough to do me in and fuck up my heel. So then I was supposed to stream on Tuesday, and that didn't fucking happen. And now people are theorizing I faked getting my foot hurt to not play The Sims 4.
Yeah, we went out and bought a cane for you, which I don't even know where it is.
It's somewhere in here. I've been slowly walking without it because I can kind of put weight on my foot right now.
That's really nice. But Josh had sprained his heel, not even his ankle.
Yeah, I twisted my ankle a fucking month or two ago too.
Oh, yeah,
so now it's just another
doing
part of my foot has gotten fucked over.
I think it was 2 months ago, right? Because
I was doing Uber Eats. I went down a flight of stairs a little too quick.
Yeah.
And, just sometimes your foot goes in a 90-degree that you don't expect it to go in.
Knowing you for like 6 going on 7 years now, I know. It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. It's all right. It's okay. You have a lot of foot injuries.
Yeah. That is fair. I feel like I walk off a lot of them, though. These are the first few times.
You should chill.
I do stub my toe on the bed every week.
Every week?
At least once I'll stub it on. If I'm having to do shit, yeah.
Why is this the first time I'm hearing that you stub your toe on the bed every week?
Well, this week has been a lot of firsts, so we're just gonna...
Oh my God.
Oh, God. But yeah, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
It was very funny. It was fucked up because you just started being like, oh damn, my foot.
Yeah, it just started coming out of nowhere. Yeah, and then eventually it was like, oh, I can't move this.
Yeah, like you were. I will say though, you were very much like I'm gonna go lay down because my foot hurts, and then you would lay down, and like I didn't even know that you were writhing in agony quietly in the other room, and I was just like, I'm playing Project Zomboid, and then it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, wait, when are we going to bed?
And then I was like, I guess it's 2.
I guess right now. And I was like, what?
Meanwhile, I'm at a 7/8 pain
scale. And I'm like, Josh, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell me? And yeah.
So I can walk it off. It's all right.
No, it's not. You literally can't walk it off.
But no, yeah, so that's been the past week for me. I'm now able to perform, though, which is good.
Yes.
Because our job requires it, and our contractual obligations must be fulfilled.
Can't
even though
wait.
I'm not even that much pain right now. I'm really playing it up right now.
No, you're not playing it up.
But no, yeah, so that happened, and I was just disconnected from the world for like 4 or 5 straight days.
Yeah.
And then we went to the urgent care
the next day, and that was insane. We
had to call the urgent care and my insurance fucking like back and forth just to get a quote of what it would cost to get a checkup and x-ray for your foot.
Maybe the most unhelpful, well, I don't know, probably not. It's weird. The urgent care receptionists were
nice.
No. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, all right, guys, come on, please.
Yeah.
Like, and it's weird also when you're dealing with something that's pain, especially if it's like a muscle pain.
Oh, yeah.
Unless there's like an inciting event, like a car crash or something, people are most likely going to be like,
whatever.
You just want pain meds?
Yeah,
and that fucking sucks, especially when you're in fucking pain. Like, Josh literally couldn't step on his foot. He was hopping around. And then also during night, like, he couldn't sleep. He would get up and I have
to roll my foot on like a water bottle or like frozen thing. Yeah.
Because we were icing it and trying to keep it or whatever. And it still was painful after like 2 or 3 days. This was the process. And this is why I always say, if there's something that you have a partner or a friend or someone that is going through some sort of medical event and it's overwhelming them, one thing that you could do is try to help them with their doctor's appointments.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're in America. That shit sucks. Ass.
Getting the estimate price from the insurance due and then being like, I don't know if it's actually going to be that. It's kind of an estimation. Maybe x-rays will cost more.
Yeah.
And then getting to the urgent care place and then on the wall it has the prices of everything and it's like, x-ray, $110. And
Yeah.
it's like,
which is also, I've never seen that before in an urgent care.
Yeah.
That was actually quite nice that they had
that. Was
that.
nice, but it was also definitely like, oh, fuck, if I ever have any other issues, we're going into 3 digits and I can't be fucked.
Yeah, 3 digits was like not okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so this is how it went. Was you had pain and I was like, I'm pretty sure that your insurance has a thing where you can call a doctor and it's free and we talk to the doctor,
Forgot
right?
about this part, yeah.
So we called you didn't know the website for the thing.
We found the website.
We found the website on your insurance card, got the number.
I called them in the morning before you got up and I was like, all right, they'll call back in 30 minutes when you got up.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, so going off of what you described to us, because I described like, okay, heel pain, right side of the foot, can't put any weight on it.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't know, maybe it's broken, but we can't. The only way to find out would be x-rays, and I guess I recommend that.
And I was just expecting them to be like, because I have done that before when I need a doctor's note.
I've done it for like getting sick. When I got like really sick last year.
Yeah.
Which also, it was really funny because there's like, I just get like emergency. Like they also had the same like
I was expecting, since it seemed to be like just like a muscle spasm or something, which is what I thought it was. I was like, oh, probably just ice it and elevate it, but it wasn't going away. And I was like, is this genuinely worse? Could it be like a bone spur or something crazy? And the doctor did like the worst bedside manner of just like, man, it's broken. I don't fucking know.
I'd recommend going to an urgent care.
Go to an urgent care, get some x-rays.
Worth your time, yeah.
Yeah, probably, I guess, whatever. And we were like, oh, do you know any urgent care with my insurance? And they were like, I don't fucking know. And this is also like the insurance that Josh has is like incredibly specialized. It's not, it's something you can only get through
a certain employer here in Orlando. And it's like no one knows. It's
impossible.
No one knows the company the employer goes through because they use their own name on the insurance, and then they go through a different insurance company, and then they go through a different online web service.
Yes. So it's like if you call up a doctor and you're like, "Hey, do you take United Healthcare?" They're like, "Yes or no." If you call these guys up and you say, "Hey, do you take Schmaggle Duke Insurance?"
Yeah, which is the official name of it. Thanks for doxing that. Yeah,
you're welcome. And they're like, "What is that?" And you can't even be mad at them because, like, yeah,
I don't know what the fuck this is either.
And then it's like the insurance that they also go through is some bullshit one that's not one of the main ones.
Yeah.
And every single time we've had an instance where Josh has to go to a doctor or like a mental health professional or something, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Which is bad.
There was
it's a bad feeling on the phone.
When I first got my fucking ADHD meds that didn't work, at the CVS, they were like, so this is going to cost you $600. And I was like, I have insurance.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I do have the insurance here.
It's genuinely the most frustrating thing to happen.
Yeah.
Because then you're confused because you're like, I don't know what else to do. And then the person, whoever it is, the pharmacist or the provider is also like, I don't know what else. I've never seen this before in my life because like probably 30 people have this.
Yeah, and it's in the world, yeah.
In the world. And it's very like, okay. And it's very frustrating. There's so many little instances where we got there and then like the receptionists were like playing around and like obviously you had to hobble in on my shoulder.
Yeah.
They opened the door for you because they knew that you couldn't.
The first time, by the way.
Not the second time. They're like, fuck off. No, they were busy the second time.
True.
We get there and we give them, all the stuff. One receptionist is giving us wrong information. One is giving us correct information.
And the only way to pass through is to guess which one's the right one. Yeah.
Are you telling me a lie? Or whatever the answer is. And I keep thinking about the one receptionist that is like, how do you say your last name? And then you spell it. And she's like, okay, great. And is that Chinlund? And then she says Chinlund 5 times over the next minute and a half while you're sitting there on your bad heel.
Yeah, just like
looking at her mispronounce your last name for five times.
After I said it, Chinlund.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's Chinlund, 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 Chinlund.
Meanwhile,
Chinlund.
the muscle in my bones slowly disintegrate underneath me.
Yeah, it's like you're in a level 7 pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks that this is something that is also like we're privileged to have. This is
like,
something to
the
go
fact
through.
that I even had time to go in. Like
Yes,
if I was working
in
a
the middle of
regular
the
ass
day.
job, yeah.
Imagine if you had to go to work in the middle of this.
Yeah, we'd be fucked right now.
Imagine
yeah.
if you didn't have any insurance.
Yeah.
Even
it would have
though
cost.
I will say, I think if you were on the ACA right now, we would have had an easier time. Just because
One day.
sometimes private isn't good, kids.
What?
Yeah, believe it or
Sometimes
not.
private companies aren't bad.
Sometimes you pay too much for insurance and also it doesn't work. Believe it or not. How many times has that fucking happened to me? Like head and hands crying.
Yeah.
Where every psych in the area is like, no, you need a referral for that. Except for the psychiatric hospital. I'm like, oh, so I have to go to the hospital first.
Yeah, and then we
Before
can start
I can
getting
get
some
there.
shit done. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But then I lose my job and then I lose my health care. Okay, good. And goes to my job. Hey, can I have PTO for like a week? No.
If it's any consultation, this is probably going to be the best healthcare experience I have for the next 4 years.
Yeah, that's true. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Can't
ended
wait
up
for
being
May
like
coming
35
around. I have
bucks.
to change my insurance, and then like, oh, Obamacare's gone. Actually,
It'll
sorry.
be gone like next week. Like, I don't know what you mean. Yeah. But yeah, do you want to do a rundown of all the shitty things that have happened? Yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
So anyway, cut all that out, I guess.
Well, this is a 3-hour-long podcast
Yeah.
now. You let me
Whatever.
know what you think should be cut later.
Okay, let's get out of the real world.
And let's enter the,
Severance.
Yeah, okay. So, are we going to do like the first 2 episodes and then like when the season's over come back, do you think?
Or, I mean, I think it depends on episode by episode, maybe.
Yeah. Because listen, at some point we're going to get to Lucy. I just forgot the entire movie
At
in
least
the
to
2
watch
weeks.
it again.
So I'm going to have to rewatch it and actually take notes because the gimmick was going to be I'm going to use 100% of my brain to remember this shitty fucking movie.
That is funny.
And to be fair, I do remember the movie enough to where I feel like I could explain it, but there's little details I do want to bring up that are stupid.
You did say that you actually a little bit liked it, which I feel like is wrong.
No, this one's worse than Limitless.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you came out of it, you were like, it's not bad. Which is wild to me.
I gotta rewatch it because I don't know. I don't know right now.
It's a coming. It's a coming. Maybe
Okay.
we'll do every 2 weeks or something.
Oh yeah, fair.
So like next week we'll do Lucy, and then the week after we'll do the next
Severance,
2
yeah.
Severances.
I will say I think this one. The reason why I'm thinking like doing it now and then later is I think these are both like this is a good like pairing of episodes because it's literally the same time frame for both of them.
Yeah.
Like it happened to work out that way. Taking a week off and talking about Severance, come back and
Yeah.
But okay, spoilers for Severance season 2.
And season 1. If
And
you haven't
season
seen
1.
all of Severance, because there's no way to talk about
Go
season
watch
2
it.
without season 1.
Please go watch it.
It's very good.
Holy shit!
It's so good.
And they did not drop the ball yet.
And it's crazy that they didn't.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, and I think that's why I'm really happy is like we're now 2 for 2 on shows, not fucking up immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take it. Now the bear better not fuck it up. I don't think they will.
I don't
but
think they will.
Yeah.
Some people think they already have, which is crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But okay, so
Yeah.
Severance. Last time we talked about the show, which I think we did talk about the show on the podcast.
I'm pretty
because
sure.
I think we wanted another season of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was before or after like video, I guess, but here's what happened first season, right?
Mhm.
Whole point of it is that if you guys, don't you hate working? Hey guys, don't you hate working? What if you could sever your memories so that way when you go to work you don't remember it?
You just
pop back out, and then now that's the work-life balance.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, how they.
In the
That's
first
how they
season,
say it,
that was how
yeah.
they advertised it. So it's a severance in this universe is a procedure that you can get. It's like a little pill that they put into your little brain socket.
Yeah.
Apparently they drill a hole in your skull and then they put it in your brain.
Yeah.
And what it does is your physical body goes down this elevator and then you're out, like the memory of the outside turns off and you become essentially a new being.
Yeah. With a new memory, new consciousness.
Yes.
Or same consciousness, I guess, but new memories, yeah.
Yeah, so like when you go down the elevator, your brain turns off and it turns back on when you come back up the elevator.
Yeah.
But then simultaneously, your worker guy, your workie...
the slur that they've made for innies, which is also a slur.
Which is also, wakes up in the elevator, does work, goes back in the elevator, goes to sleep, and then wakes back up in the elevator, and then it's essentially work all the time.
Yeah.
Is all they do.
For that person, yeah.
Yes. But they also don't have any memories of like their childhood or their families or what's going on. They only know work, and all you do is you do whatever it is you do outside
Yeah, and
work.
they know like very basic, like they can still speak, they can still like recall like popular, not popular culture, but like common phrases and sayings. Yeah, and they slowly get reintegrated like that way, like when they're taught it inside the severance floor.
Yes.
Or severed floor, yeah.
Yeah, like they can still read and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because in the first episode, of the first season, one of the questions is, do you remember the color of your mother's eyes?
Yeah, and that's when you start the music and it's like, oh shit,
fuck.
this is real.
Oh,
this is
shit.
yeah.
But the other crazy thing is the person outside of work, the you outside of work, doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Inside work.
You have no idea what you're doing.
And I will say it's definitely like creepy to think about because there's a couple times like Adam Scott's character Mark, he like at some point he gets like an injury on his head, and then you come out of the elevator
and you have an injury on your head
when you went in and you didn't, and then they made up an excuse of like, oh, something fell on him on accident, so here's $5.
Not the case. Yeah,
so they can just lie about everything that goes on in there.
So the show is essentially about like working conditions and what it is to be a worker. And
yeah, I think the creator, I watched a couple interviews before the new season came out, and I'm now interested in like more of the interviews that are coming out now, is like he was working a job and he was like, man, I wish I could just skip this job. And then his next thought was, wouldn't that suck actually? Wait a minute, doesn't that suck?
That's a crazy thought because I've had that exact same thought at work, and I think it comes from driving. Because like a lot of people, they learn to drive and then their brain turns off and they get to work. You know, like a lot of people, I don't know because I haven't driven that much to that extent, but because I'm privileged as hell, I get in a limo and everyone drives me everywhere. And my limo driver is Josh.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Everything's no, that's not true. But like, so like I've heard a lot of people have the phenomenon of where they get into a car. And when they go to the same place every day, their brain just kind of goes, bleh, and then they're at the place.
Yeah.
And then when they come home, it does the same thing,
I will
but
say,
opposite.
Definitely when I'm driving sometimes, like for longer periods of time, it's like, it feels like time skips, and it's like, how the fuck did I get this far up the road? Wait a minute.
Yeah. And I think it's just like your brain does the same thing every day, and you're like, whoa. And I've had that with work, too, where I'll be like, what? It's already Friday? What the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember, especially if it's like a repetitive job, like when I was inputting license plates. I would do like thousands of them a day. I don't remember shit about what happened. You know? Yeah. And so that intuitively, weirdly enough, I think if you have a shitty job, you probably had that thought, and you can probably connect with Severance.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I will say Severance is definitely more the science fiction-y type of...
Yes.
Can we talk about... okay, so the whole first season's big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Which I think is good to bring up now. So Mark S., which is his name inside the severed floor.
Yes.
The reason why Mark severed himself is because his
wife died
in a apparently very brutal car accident that like charred her body.
Yes.
But it's revealed like 7 episodes in that she's actually alive and working on the severed floor.
And she's a therapist.
Yeah.
And no one sees her leave. the place.
Yeah.
So it's assumed that she leaves at some point after them, because they also, like, when they all go in the elevator, they stagger it so no one sees each other when they come and go.
Yeah.
So the innies, which is what they're called, believe that she is like, she's a regular person. She's out and about. But the outies don't see her because she only is kept inside.
Yeah.
And no one knows why or where.
Yeah.
And then so eventually what happens is there's so much shit that goes on in the inside, and these 4 coworkers decide that they're going to like
basically try
to break out and tell people that they're being mistreated.
Yeah.
And they do this thing called the overtime contingency, which is like a little button that you can switch, and it takes your outies and it turns them into innies.
Yeah, while they're outside. Yeah, so they have complete control also over the ability.
Yeah.
And we see that happen with one of the other guys, Dylan, who he's in his closet, like at the house, and like
a kid runs up to him and he's like, "What the fuck?
Is this my fucking kid?"
Yeah.
And then immediately
he comes back in, and now he knows he has a kid.
Yeah.
That he didn't know he had.
Fucking awful, yeah.
It's crazy. And there's a lot of cliffhangers that happened at the end of season 1. Irving B went outside. There's also a really wonderful like elder gay romance between
Irving and Bert.
And Bert is played by Christopher Walken.
Yeah, and John
Turturro.
Turturro, yeah.
And they're both fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually genuinely so sweet and nice.
Yeah, to broaden it a little bit real quick, I don't think there's a single bad actor or bad like acting choice made in this show at all, which is magical.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's also like quite funny at sometimes.
Oh, very funny.
In a very strange way.
Yeah.
So Dylan does this, and everyone else everyone else, the other 3 are out and about, and they figure out their shit. John Turturro, Irving B, finds out that he's been painting something.
Yeah.
And also, this has not been mentioned recently, but John Turturro's character, Irving, in the first season, he's been getting like these hallucinations of like black ooze.
Yeah, and it's revealed that like his outie is painting a dark hallway with the red with the elevator at the end of it, and it's like a red down arrow.
Yeah.
And it's just like multiple paintings of that. So the innie also sees that. But also, the outie has a bunch of information on all the severed workers.
Yeah, so he's like trying to figure out what's going on.
It seems like, yeah. And then like we get more of that this season now that we're branching out past Mark and now seeing more of like, and like the last episode of season 2, like there's a moment, and we're jumping around a little bit.
Yeah.
But like he's at a payphone, it's like, yeah, my innie got the message. And then it's like, what the fuck?
But it's also like Irving, his innie, tries to go and find Bert, when finds out that Bert's married to another man on the outside.
And he's just like shouting at the fucking...
It's so sad.
So sad.
It's so good, though. And then also recently, one of the Bert's outie, who retired, so like the innie is like dead.
Dead, yeah.
Like we don't know where the fucking innie is, or if he's actually dead. No one knows what happens when you like quit, or you retire.
It seems like you die, though.
Essentially, their consciousness is over.
Yeah, because if they're never waking up again,
right? But it's also like, if it's cloning, some people think that what's happening is cloning. It could be that he just still exists and it's somewhere else.
I don't think it's
I really
cloning.
don't think it's cloning.
I will say it'd be really funny if like in all the press junket interviews,
everybody's saying, no, it's not cloning.
Stupid and dumb.
This is dumb.
And then it's revealed. I will say, if it
cloning.
Is cloning,
that's so funny.
If it's going to be that, I'm actually going to be pissed off like,
I know, I would be mad about it.
I'd be like, come on.
And I know they're saying that because of the goats. In the season 1, there was like a random, they did like the Lost thing where they put an animal in a weird place. There was a bunch of goats in one place, and it was really funny. There's a guy with a bunch of baby goats, and he's like, don't take them, they're not ready
yet. Can I say real quick though, I think one of the things that the show is doing kind of better than Lost, I guess, is that they're gonna
1,000% better than Lost.
It seems like they're gonna bring the goats back.
They
Hashtag
are.
bring the goats back. Guys, get it trending.
I've already seen people essentially do the like, but what's going on with the goats? Which is the exact same mantra of like, but what about the polar bears?
Meanwhile, the polar bear is just like, oh, I thought it'd be cool to put it in there. And then J.J. Abrams gets a fucking $1 million.
They explained the polar bears.
Oh, they did? Oh, fuck,
I'm
never
gonna
mind.
lose my goddamn mind. I've been saying this for years.
I'm just saying random shit. So yeah, sorry, continue.
It's just animal like testing. It was just animal testing, and then they got out. That was it. That was the whole thing. They show the polar bears in like season 6. It's just that season sucked ass and nobody fucking watched it.
And they were like, I don't know, just answer the question, move on, fuck it. Who cares?
If people watch the finale, you watch the first and second episode where the polar bears are there, and then you watch the finale. Of course, they're not gonna fucking talk about you assume they didn't talk about the polar bears the whole time? What are you talking about?
That's so funny.
Well, why did I spend all that time watching it then? Yeah. If you're not going to listen to me? Like, that's so crazy.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Let's take it from the top.
Oh my God.
So
We're
how
watching
do you feel,
Lost after this.
I'm fucking no.
Yeah, we are.
We're not doing that.
Yes, we are. We have to make it up to the audience for deleting all the Lost episodes.
No. Fuck them.
Okay, so everybody's like, where the fuck are the goats? Whatever.
Yeah. I will say it is an important enough detail that they brought it in the recap of the...
They did. The goats are running around on a hill or something.
And I think, are there goats in the new intro for it?
Yeah, there's babies.
There's babies now, yeah. And there's like baby Kier, whose Kier is like the god king
of the company.
Kind of. Because like they kind of treat him like a religious figure, but he's like the original person that like made the company.
Yes.
And everyone's like all the innies like basically look up to like his like 12 core principles, and there's like 4 tenets, and like there's a bunch of different like rules and shit.
And in the first season, the boss, who's played by Patricia Arquette, whose name is Cobell, is like she has some connection with her mother and Kier.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going on with that, but it has something to do with her mother. I've seen in interviews that Patricia Arquette kind of confirms.
Yeah.
She doesn't confirm it, but
it's implied, yeah.
And she's the love of my life is all I just want to say. She's my favorite actress of all time.
Yeah, and I live with her too. It's like, what is it? They make a good point of like saying this season, like they're afraid of her.
Yeah. Because she's like a genius.
Yeah, and like she's like, I want to be on the fucking severed floor, and then they're like, but you'll be better off in this random ass area. Yeah,
they try to do the thing that corporations do, where they push you off to a new. It's like if you've ever seen Office Space with Milton, where he's freaking out, and they're like, "Hey, Milton, you're getting a promotion. Your office is being moved to the basement." And he just goes to the bit, and no one knows that he works there.
Yeah.
And at some point, he's been fired, and he doesn't even know because no one bothers to tell him.
Jesus.
Which is why...
That's horrifying.
Well, that's why he burns the place down because someone steals his stapler.
Yeah.
And that's why you're like, hell yeah, Milton.
Hell yeah, Milton.
it's yeah.
I will say also, Miss Cobell, the character, also lives right next to Mark. Well, not anymore in this new season, but
and she's been essentially like kind of grooming his Audi, kind of.
Yeah, into like
giving her information about his life, which is for some reason important.
Which I think makes sense because now they're doing the thing where like Mark is the center of everything because he's a funnier character than we've had before. Where he's going to he's now like at the center of like this project called like Cold Harbor. Yeah, I think it's because he does a really good job. Like his Annie actually works really well. Oh, okay, fair. And I guess also the Cold Harbor also revealed to be his wife. So there's something going on. Dead wife, yeah.
Like something about his dead wife is happening. Yeah, essentially. And Cobell was trying to figure out if he remembered his dead wife
inside like the innies.
In the innie, because she would have his dead wife's like visage essentially like be there to like monitor Mark. And like talk to him about things and like try to do this like weird psychoanalyst stuff.
Well, they also did the thing where the last meeting they had between him and his wife, dead wife, is like they make it to where it's like Mark moving out, like they have all the like stuff packed up and like the excuse is like, oh, we're doing some rearranging of furniture. Yeah, and there's also the same candle that she used to have
Which people caught on in the first season. That was amazing.
Because it was like 4 episodes in, people realized that, and they were like, wait a minute.
Well, it's
wait a minute.
Yeah, there was like a green candle, and then there was like a green candle off to the side in like the second episode.
Or Mark literally grabbed one and then like put it away, like without even thinking about it. Like it was on screen for like a second or two.
Yeah.
So they made a point to show it.
Yeah.
And then the reveal happens, and it's still like, oh, nice chef's kiss, you know?
Yeah, it was really good. There's also the kind of inciting event of this is in the first season is PhoebeG. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, PhoebeG. I rewatched the season recently. PhoebeG is he got fired, quote unquote, or he quit, is what the Lumen says.
I think he was trying to leave.
Yeah,
his innie was trying to leave.
Yeah, and like he was trying to like map out the place and like trying to remember where everything is. Like on the outside, because they have a thing called reintegration that's theoretically possible in the show,
but not really.
Not really, because you just fucking die at this current state because your two consciousness just like start fucking fighting each other basically, and you start thinking you're in the office when you're not, or you're outside when you're not, and it's like
which is what I think people were theorizing about Irving having the goop, like the weird goop that would come in, and he would have these hallucinations. And then it's revealed that the goop is probably black paint.
Yes, because his Audi stays up all night painting.
Yeah,
and it's like and I think it's like the interesting part is like which things leak into the innies or the Audis, like depending on like what is it. I think someone made a point. It's like the part of the brain that sleeps. Like if you're sleeping, it like I don't remember what the fuck it was, but like
brings up your like REM sleep. It brings up something.
It's something to do with memories, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's why they start bleeding in, because if you lose that, I think it starts fucking up your. I think I don't remember. Someone made a good, better point than I could. I'm not a fucking neuroscientist. I just watched the movie Lucy. That says all right. I'm not an expert.
It's also like I know that not sleeping can cause hallucinations and cause like mania.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
And what's really cool about the community around Severance is that like everyone's 100% on that's like an elevator that goes down to where they keep all the bodies of the innies. Like everyone's like it's something about where they try to reset their memories or something. Oh,
yeah, 100%.
Like, everyone's like 100% on that, which I think is really cool because it really means everyone can fucking keep up with the imagery.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could be like, okay, yeah, so he's just painting the elevator that he goes into every day when he goes into work. No, because it's dark around it. And it's like, okay, well, then he's painting the, when the elevators close and it opens back up for the innie. And he just remembers his innie going back up. No, because the fucking thing is pointing down. So what's happening on a lower floor, bitch? And I think that's awesome. I just like that the community's like on it. But okay. But the first two, that was the run up.
That's the run up to all of this information that you kind of need. The last episode also has Mark revealing to everybody, attempting to reveal to everyone that his wife Gemma is still alive underground,
and is Miss Casey, who's the therapist.
Yeah, so that's how that last season ended, and we've been sitting ducks for 3 fucking years.
Yes,
and they landed. So they landed the fall.
Mark's innie essentially was at a party and just picked up a photo of Mark's dead wife.
Yeah,
confirmed that it was her, and then screamed she's alive, and then
like we see it in the second episode where he like gets back and it's like what's going on? Why is everyone looking weird?
What's happening? Which is so crazy. But yeah, so episode 1 season 2.
So these episodes happen concurrently, but I think it is good to go one by one on this. So we are revealed to see, and I'm gonna say this is probably the coolest intro I've seen.
It.
I actually watched a making of this because it was a variety. So a lot of it is green screen, which makes sense because of the way that they're doing it. But like it's just this it's this fake one shot of like, or a solo shot of Mark fucking running.
Yeah.
And it's like they use this like weird robot like camera.
Yeah, like camera. That's awesome.
Like a CUDA arm, I think, to like have very like specific like boom, boom, boom. And apparently it was really fucking like it could have been dangerous because it was like just locked in and it had to do the same like one pose. And then they would use a gimbal to just run after.
Oh my god. God.
But yeah, so it's like a minute and a half long, just him running to find wellness, which is where Miss Casey would have been, and Gemma.
Yeah.
And it's like blocked off. Like
it's like where the door was, it's not even
cemented.
there.
Yeah.
It's
Drywall gone. Yeah. And there's someone in the background watching him, and it's like, ooh.
And it's Mr. Milchick. You don't think it's Mr. Milchick?
I don't know, because
I think it's Mr. Milchick.
It probably is Mr. Milchick. Oh, it might actually be the new guy they introduced.
Which new guy?
The one that's outside, that's bearded and like has the tattoo of Frolic, right? Whatever.
Right, on his hand. Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible, because it's so blurry you can't really make it out, but it's like, oh, who the fuck is that guy?
I thought it was Mr. Milchick.
I think it could be Milchick, and Milchick is the new manager of the Severed Floor. He was originally the assistant to Cobell, who was the manager, but now he's the manager.
Yes.
And
he's essentially in this season, he's trying to like keep everything together.
Yeah, and he what we now know lies to Mark and was like, you were gone for 5 months.
Yeah.
And here's your new team, and it's just a bunch of random fucking people, and Mark is just like,
yeah,
where's my team? I want my team.
Which also includes maybe from Arrested Development.
Yeah.
And
it's like, but like they get fired after that, but
yeah,
whatever.
They do get fired. It's fucked up.
Oh well, but so what if they're dead?
Well, it was supposed to be like a big like, oh fuck, they're gone.
Yeah, it's like
oh shit, what the hell? And Mark essentially tries to he takes the speakers in the office and says
talks
like
to the board, which the board is like a voiceless entity that no one really responds to. They have like an intermediary, which is some lady. Like
yeah. Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, the like marketing lady.
Yeah.
Which Cobell was talking to before. And so Mark takes the speaker and is like, I know you want to do right by Innie, so bring me my team back.
Because also Milchick made a fake newspaper that said that
fake?
I think it's faked. I think it's faked.
Wow.
Well, because not only that, but like
they contained the information from whatever. And also a big spoiler that we forgot to say in the first one. One of the coworkers, the like love interest of Mark's Innie, is
Helena Egan, who is the great granddaughter of Kier. Like, and she's one of the basically like people running the company.
Yes, and
she was only reason why she was severed was as a big press
junket to say that severing is safe.
It's actually cool and fun.
Yeah,
and we're actually the same person, even though inside we see Helena say Heliar isn't a person.
Yeah,
and is just like, I am better than you.
Yeah, because she believes that Innies are subhuman.
Yes,
and it doesn't. Yeah,
that's what they believe in at this great biotech company.
Yeah, essentially.
But yeah, so that they reveal that, and then so meanwhile, I guess, and we're kind of going between back and forth both the episodes, I guess, because it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
But okay, so Milchick faked the paper, and the reason why we know that is because A, he lied about the 5 months, B, the obvious photoshopped picture, and then like all the stuff that's blacked out that's like probably from a real newspaper that they just probably put over it, yeah. And then like I think there's other shit that he lies about, like maybe not, I can't remember, but
he says that they're famous, which is not true.
That's the thing that's lie, for sure. And then basically meanwhile, like when Mark does the stunt of like trying to do that, meanwhile he's also like I don't want to work with these people, so he writes a fake note because there's another Mark there.
Yeah.
Oh, child labor, real quick.
Oh yeah.
So there's a child now underground that's the assistant manager to Milchick now.
Yeah. Someone said that she has old hands, and I didn't notice that.
Really?
And that is interesting to me.
Interesting. Okay.
That, like, the newest theory is that they're working on like age reversal or like immortality before Kier.
Yeah.
And that the Egans, they want to make an heir that is severed into, that Kier is severed into their body. Like some Get Out type shit. Kind of.
And I think that
it seems very plausible, but I'm also like, okay.
Yeah.
That seems quite an easy answer to it.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's gonna be this easy.
But
yeah.
it's also like if it's not an easy answer, if it's something complicated, then that's also disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's not.
I don't know what I want.
Yeah,
I don't know what I want.
Ben Stiller. I don't know
I don't know what I want.
I think it's also good to bring up fucking Zoolander is like the director on 7 or 8 of these episodes, and he's producing it. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Honestly, though, yeah, no, he directed the episode that had the first episode, which had that robot arm like thing. So that's like cool. That's probably part of like him and his team probably made that idea up. Yeah,
that's fucking cool as shit, bro.
I can't stop thinking about that scene. I will say in the show they used a different song, but in the trailer they used like a Who song.
Yeah,
and it's like you should have stuck with the Who song. I
like the song. I like the blues. Influence. You know honestly,
what? Fair enough.
Yeah,
I think I just have a Who soft spot. I think maybe so that might be just the. I'm thinking of Joe Pera right now, Baba O'Reilly.
I think the blues has more significance to me.
That's fair. I think so.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about significance. I'm thinking about what's cool. What's cool to me.
The blues are also cool.
So, anyways,
okay. You don't get the aesthetic of the show.
Yeah.
And I do because I'm cool.
But yeah, no. So, okay, there's a child assistant manager, and she's
a child.
Yeah, and then basically, Mark does get his thing, like he gets all his team back.
Yeah,
because the board above ground is like, we need him to finish this Cold Harbor project, so we'll give him everything, including Helly R. Okay, so we see Helly.
She's not the board.
Yeah, she's not the board.
There's someone above her.
Yeah. And the Helly R, people are speculating that it's not actually her that's severed on the floor.
Which I can understand. They're saying it because of her, like, no, we're not the same person. When, like, everyone's innie and outie, essentially, is a little bit similar.
Yeah.
Except for her, hers is completely opposite. And so she thinks, the innie thinks. But the outie is kind of noticing that essentially, okay, so there's a whole thing with her that I think is really cool.
Yeah.
But her innie is saying, you know, Mark is like, I kind of relate to my outie, you know, I think he, you know, it makes sense because he wants to see his wife and he also wants to see his wife as an innie too. And Helly R is like, I'm not the same as my outie. And that's like the evidence that people are using is that she's not the same innie. But I'm like, what if you were why would Helly R lie to them? And I'm like, Helly R is like a rebellious child.
Yeah,
like they're all essentially children of their outies.
Yeah, and they're like, I think Mark is only like 2.5 years old inside the innie.
Yeah, so it's like adults acting a little bit like toddlers.
Yeah,
with their reasoning, but dealing with fascism. You know, and trying to figure out like them being exploited and stuff. And Helly R is essentially like, no, fuck her.
Yeah.
Which I think is normal if you find out you're the CEO of the
and I think it makes sense to lie when people say like,
they would hate you.
Yeah. And I think okay, so there's a new theory that it's not Helly R because in the second episode when there's the montage of all of them going down the elevator,
there's no ding.
There's no ding on the second one.
Yeah.
And part of me is like,
I mean, that's what I thought the first time too.
I get it. I can understand it. But part of me is like, dude, what if it's just like a fuck up? Like a sound guy fucked up afterwards.
I think it's supposed to be like, is she?
Yeah, as a question.
It's a very strong... It's so strong that I forgot that there was literal proof that Helly was severed from season 1.
Yeah.
Like, they show that montage of her running out and then being like, what the fuck? Why did I run out of the building? And then Milchick being like, oh, and he's trying to run away.
Yeah.
And like when her spoiler alert and you know, suicide
attempt.
Yeah, Helly R tries to kill herself inside.
Yeah.
And then to show you the kind of person that the outie Helly R's outie is, Helena, she makes a video that's like, I don't give a fuck. If you hurt me, I will kill you.
Yeah.
And like it's like, whoa.
Ooh, yeah.
I think it's just a person who is like a brought up to be quite sheltered and self-centered.
Yeah.
Who is at odds with herself because she's forced to highly essentially mask her real personality. And I don't mean to be like, she's neurodivergent. I mean, like, she's abused into not having a personality.
Yes.
Like real old school children are seen and not heard kind of situation.
Oh, yeah. And that's definitely how it's played above ground. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening. And now she's, because like in the last episode of the first season, Helly R and Mark S kiss. Like Helly R kisses Mark. And now in episode 2 of season 2, Helena is like rewatching the footage of that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's like, what is it? Like seeing a new version that's a little bit more free, a little bit more like...
You can tell that she's like scared, but she's also intrigued.
Yeah.
And like a little bit like, oh shit. But there's also a weird kind of possessiveness over Mark that's like, why does Mark need to be there? Because like Dylan's good. Why does Dylan get fired, but not Mark? And I think it's because she's obsessed with Mark. Because she like thinks if I am in love with him as my innie, like maybe we could be together as my outie. And it's gonna maybe explore, because there were very light themes of like assault and like harassment in the first season, about like there were the sort of B plot situations happening off screen where there were the innie that got pregnant at work.
Oh yeah.
And like the ethics questions of, if your innie gets pregnant by someone else in there that you don't know, is that rape? Because you didn't consent to being pregnant.
Yeah.
Your outie didn't consent to that sex. So like, even if your innie consented, what the fuck? Because now your outie has to deal with pregnancy. And then there was also something that people aren't talking about, I'm noticing, because I think the finale of season 1 was just really good.
Oh yeah.
So everyone's only really focusing on that stuff. But like, there's also like the congressman's wife who was severed.
Yeah.
Who had a baby.
Yeah, because Mark's sister has a baby and they go to like a little retreat basically.
Yeah.
And then she meets a woman there that's also like, going through the retreat. And then they talk to each other, but then the next day they talk again, but the other lady doesn't remember Mark's sister.
Yeah.
And then it's revealed that the congressman is her husband.
Yes.
Who's super pro Severance and stuff. And it's like,
oh, she's probably severed.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, wait a minute, what?
And I will say, too, in the marketing materials for this season, they're making a really big point of, like, the way that they're doing it is, like, they're making fake, like, in-work, like, tutorial videos of, like, now that your company is going severed. So it's, like, more about the expansion of, like, they're now severing at other companies now, too.
And they're talking about, like, Lumen, which is the company's name, being in like other locations as well, like overseas, and like severed.
I think they say 206 countries. I think they literally
which
say,
which is like, oh my god, which it makes sense. No one would start it in like New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make essentially a class of people that are like literal wage slaves, you're not gonna start it in New Jersey.
Yeah,
you're gonna start it in the global south,
and then slowly
and then be like, oh, finally, now that it's safe, let's bring it to the white people. You know what I mean?
God.
Well,
yeah, but fuck, what was it? Fuck, I forgot the main point for this.
It's like there's imagery of expansion, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, so like they're completely global and like they're
maybe it's like severing for different types of things.
Oh no, yeah, so like they're now the idea of like Severance expanding out beyond just the reach of Lumen basically, and like even though Lumen still has complete control over it, but like they're now outsourcing the Severance procedure to other companies,
or maybe just to individuals, like if you just want to.
True. But I think they make a good point in this season too, where like Dylan gets fired by Milchick, and also so does Irving. So they both get fired because of the little stunt they did.
The little stunt
they did, yeah. But so what happens with that then is that Dylan goes for a job interview, and like he brings up that he's severed, and then like the guy's like, listen, this against God or some shit. It's not that, but it's like it's like disgusting.
Yeah. It's abhorrent or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
I find it also the language that they use is very interesting. It's so weird sometimes. Like the people that like Kier, especially the language that they're using with him, it's like it sounds old timey, but like in like a pilgrim-esque kind of way.
Yeah.
Like Helena Egan, her dad, comes up to her in season 2, episode 2, and walks up to her and says, "Fetid moppet."
Yeah. Yes.
And then leaves. And she's like, "Thanks, Dad. Whatever. I guess we'll figure out what to do." Because Heliar was like, they torture us down there. I think we didn't say that yet, but
So at when during the overtime contingency, she basically got on stage because it was supposed to be the big
she's supposed
reveal.
to give a speech about
how it's super cool to be severed, but because it was the Innie was like, no, this is torture, and then she gets tackled off stage.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she had to make a fake apology video. It's like, so I was drunk.
Yeah, she consumed alcohol.
While
on a non-lumen medication.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny as fuck.
Hilarious as hell, yeah. So yeah, there's that going on. But then also, the
Cobell was fired before this happened, and then Cobell did most of the work to stop it from getting out.
And spreading, because they're doing damage control. And then now they tried to give her a new job, but not the severed manager job.
Which is the only one she wants, so she's not going back.
Yeah.
But now she's moving away. And then the ending of season 2, episode 2 was Mark confronting Cobell as his outie.
Yeah.
And Cobell is like in her car, and Mark is like, "What is going on? I told you about my dead wife, and you like weirdly manipulate me?
Yeah.
Like you were my boss this whole time? Fuck you."
And then I think the last question is, do you know something about my dead wife? And then she just screams and drives away.
Which is so, I feel like that's something that happened where they were just like, "Patricia, you do whatever you want." Patricia, how would you respond?
Like
and Patricia's like, "I know exactly what to do."
Because they spilled white out on the script. Yeah.
I have seen her scream like that in I think everything she's ever done. And I was just sitting there like, that's my Patricia.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I will say the world building I really enjoy that they're expanding on it more, but it happened in the first season too, where basically Lumen has a complete stranglehold on this town where like the restaurant that like he gets a gift card to is named after one of the brothers of Egan, shit. And then like all the
places, diner is also
the license plates also have his fucking face on it.
Yeah,
and like the name of the town as well.
I don't think the town is in New Jersey. The Lumen building that exists for
where
real
they film is in New Jersey.
Is in New Jersey. Yeah,
and I will say it's a very apparently it was also it was a tech lab as well.
Really, that's cool.
Supposedly, so but no, so like whatever place they're at. Basically Lumen it's the company town basically. And like it's so like Milchick goes to Dylan's apartment complex and there's like the Lumen drop in the snow, which I assume is there on purpose because it looks exactly like the Lumen drop that we see everywhere else.
Well, it's also like everything is symmetrical. I've noticed like all the apartments, all the housing, it's all symmetrical. So it's like one side is the reflection of the other side.
That is true. Yeah.
Especially a lot of symbolism like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's why the reason why the show got a second season, I think that's why I'm happy we're talking about it, is word of mouth was
literally
what really.
Yeah.
Because I think we got into it like 4 or 5 episodes in, maybe like 3 or 4. And I think it was, I think I got lucky and I was like, oh, this show has Adam Scott. Let's watch this.
And
like a little thing.
And I was like, oh, Patricia Arquette? Fuck yeah.
And then we were 3 episodes in and we it's like, we need more of this.
My God.
And then I think back when Twitter wasn't a complete hellscape, you had like Stephen King being like, you guys need to watch this show.
Yeah,
like 5 episodes in and it was like, whoa.
And it's been 3 fucking years and all the news has constantly been like, they're fucking it up. They're not doing a good job on set.
Because they had the writer's strike going on. Like a lot of things that were like, and I mean, listen, fucking thank God they had the writer's strike.
Yes.
And they should have gotten more.
Dude, if AI touched Severance, I would be so pissed. It would be so anti the meaning of Severance.
I will say, and I hope the intro didn't have AI. You brought it up because you thought it might be.
There's a point where it looks like AI animation to me.
But
it very well could be a stylistic thing.
yeah, and I'm willing to bet it's more stylistic. I hope, because like it's like some random guy is the person that made.
Okay, yeah.
Because Ben Stiller was just on Instagram apparently, and was
really?
like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna fucking."
I hope the guy didn't use AI.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is, it's really, that's really dumb.
Yeah, that's a shame,
It's
man.
so the opposite of what the show's meaning is, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless Severance in the next episode takes a quick 90-degree heel turn, and it is like, actually, technology's epic. I love it. I love technology.
It's just like
give up your workers' rights for technology, baby.
Cold Harbor is a reference to. It's like, whoa, what?
What the crazy thing about the Cold Harbor thing? I only knew what it was by ESO, because it's the name of Molag Ball's like realm and ESO.
What I looked it up too. Do you remember what it was an actual reference to? Because I do remember looking it up.
It was about like a battle where a bunch of people were fighting against it was like a hard
Civil
to win
War
battle. Yeah, like a Civil War battle.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but
yeah,
it is definitely interesting going for that kind of imagery still. Also,
it's
I guess, yeah,
like a small amount of people going up against a large amount of people, like a battle.
Okay, weird. I'm not gonna theorize. I think about what's gonna happen. I think I'm more excited about what could happen, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you questions about what you think right now.
Okay, how about that? Yeah, that's fair. Okay,
I'm not gonna ask you about what you think is going to happen.
Okay.
What do you think at this point in time? Do you think Mark's wife is alive
right now? Currently,
yeah,
I do think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or she's an AI. Like, that's the AI thing they go for, is that now they uploaded her into the computer, i.e. transcendence.
Like her consciousness, yeah. So like her body's dead, but her consciousness is in this other body.
I wonder if the body's alive, but the consciousness is dead.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No. What?
Well, like, if you can sever the body, if you can sever the brain, could you get rid of the memories of one or the other?
Yeah.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
Well, that's crazy, because she says like she was drawn to Mark in season 1, but I don't know if that's like real or not. I think it is, though, because she kind of says it in a way where she's like, I'm not supposed to say this.
Oh, yeah.
I
do think she's alive in some form. I think she is alive.
I think she's alive, too.
Yeah.
I don't think she's dead.
Yeah, I don't think.
They're really going heavy on like Patricia Arquette being like, your wife is fucking dead, Mark.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Your wife is dead as hell.
And then also Mark telling his sister, like, I fucking identified her body, like, her.
But then also he says that she was charred so bad.
So it's like,
was that actually her, or was that somebody else? Which would be crazy, but Lost has done it before.
Yeah, so
they just killed a bunch of people on a plane the second time they went to the island, because they had to recreate the plane crash.
Anything could happen.
That did happen in Lost. They had to recreate the plane crash.
I do remember this.
And then Jack turns to Ben and is like, what about all these other... Wait a minute. We all boarded this plane. We put someone... Spoiler alert, it was John Locke. In a coffin and put it into the plane, which takes hours. Then we all sat down on the plane. We let a bunch of people come in. And then right before they take off, Jack is like, wait, what about these people? Are they going to die? And then Ben's like, who cares? He says, who cares? Quote unquote. Ben literally turns to Jack and is like, I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck about these extras dying.
Fuck them.
Literally, who gives a shit, Jack?
So funny.
What are you talking about?
Fucking stop thinking about it.
We're the main characters of this TV show that we're in.
So we live.
Who gives a fuck? They get like $30 and they go home.
Yeah.
Like an Applebee's gift card.
Dude, they got an Applebee's gift card? Hell yeah.
Shit, I wish.
I fucking wish, dude.
Yeah.
But okay, that's my Gemma.
That's your Gemma take?
My Gemma take. TM.
Do you think Kier's alive?
Ooh. No.
Okay.
I'm going to say no for right now.
I think he's functionally dead, but they're trying to bring him back
somehow, yeah.
Do you think that whatever it is that they're doing, that it's just going to be like stupid?
I hope not, but also it's kind of
funny.
It is kind of funny to think that. I really...
Like the ending to Fallout where it's just like a brain and a thing.
Yeah, like... I do wonder...
There's too much cloning, I feel like, lately.
I think, cloning, I think, does go too far. I think that would be like, I would be upset at that idea. I wonder if it's more like, I feel like it's going the ritualistic route. Now that I'm thinking about the goats.
Well, I think the goats are for like behavior. Like, I do think that's
Behavior
for
training?
like, yeah.
That probably is what it is.
Yeah. I don't think it's for cloning. I think it's for, since they're raising them from a baby, I think it's for either, okay, this is genuinely what I think. This is my hypothesis. They're trying to take, okay, if this makes sense, I think one of the possibilities is that Kier's body is like frozen or something.
Okay.
I think his whole body is frozen.
I wouldn't be against that, I think.
Mummified, frozen.
Okay.
And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to age reverse people.
That's possible. I think that's a better...
Because I think it works with Irving. Because no one knows how long he's been there.
Yeah.
And then also Bert, like there's elderly people, and then also there's younger people. And I didn't notice the girl's old hands, but someone else did. And now that I think about it, I'm like, there was a lot of like her hands being in the frame.
Yeah, they really showed like her playing with like the little perks, the
little games. Yeah, and it showed her hands a lot. And I was like, what's with her old ass hands? But no one else talked about it. I think it was just too subtle to notice. And I might rewatch it to see.
It's probably one of those things where like if you see the candle 2 episodes in and then 5 episodes
later,
the candle's in the thing, and it's like, wait a minute, those are the same.
It's old hands on a young girl.
Yeah.
Or I think they're trying to create innies so they don't need people.
That makes more sense to me. Like, I think...
Because it's hard for the company to convince people to do it.
Yeah.
But they want to just create a class of people that they can slave for work.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what do the numbers do? And I think it's to make that.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the numbers are doing. I kind of agree with what people are saying, where it's like something to do with like memory and like recognizing things and like trauma or something.
That probably makes more sense. And I think I think that would be a better way to go about it. Because I will say, if it is just gonna be a like dude, what if it like ended with all of them in a church and they were all dead the entire time?
That'd be so funny. I think that would be, or just like they wake up and it's just the exact same scene from Dallas. I just had the weirdest dream. Like, that would be insane.
The Lumen building in a snow globe.
I think that'd be funny as fuck.
That would be awesome, actually. That's like a Ben Stiller show skit, man. Let's go.
It's just all a big fucking joke. That'd be so good. No, someone said that they think that Lumen is trying to help everyone with their trauma. That's why it's all a bunch of traumatic people that have been through traumatic existences. And that Lumen is trying to put them in their subconscious to heal their trauma. And I'm like,
wait, you trust a company?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you trust this company? This company is fucking crazy.
They've been lying this whole time.
What are you talking about?
I think you're missing the show for everything that you've ever experienced in your life,
I'm like,
man.
You think they're doing a good thing? That's crazy, bro. And it's like they think that everyone on the outside are plants for the inside people. Like, the inside people are the real ones, the outside people are the fake ones.
You know, on second thought, cloning doesn't sound that bad compared to this
compared
one.
To that?
Compared to that, it's like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. At least they don't do that.
I think it's a cool idea, but I don't think so.
Dude, can you imagine fucking like the guy from the writer of Severance watching the show and saying that would be stupid, but cloning would be better, and then he'd been like, fuck, we should have gone with cloning.
We should have gone with cloning.
Fucking shit.
Oh, man. Fuck.
God damn it.
No,
my favorite Reddit podcast didn't like that.
My favorite Reddit pod. We are jerking ourselves off too much. But no, I think it's something like an age reversal or like some sort of thing, like something to do with age.
Age makes sense, and it goes with the baby theme that they're now throwing
in. They're really doing a lot of baby
that
stuff.
in. And also there's baby Kier, and it's like, what the fuck's going on there?
Baby goats. Baby everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be I think you're on the right track, if nothing else.
But I think also there's a theme maybe that can get us out of this. Like maybe it's more thematic. I don't think so. I think it, well, maybe it is. Like the theme could be like the Outie has to parent the innie. Because the innie is like the child version of the Outie.
That would be interesting.
Or like your inner child, which I get the trauma aspect of it, because it is like you strip away all of the social programming that you have.
Yeah.
And it's whatever your inner child is, but in your adult form. is your innie.
Yeah.
And I think, like maybe that's what it is. So then like the intro could be like, oh my God, I'm a parent now. I didn't know what I was signing up for. And now I have to parent this like child.
Yeah, Jesus. Huh.
Or maybe it's like trying to make innies. Maybe it literally is as simple as like trying to make innies separate.
Are they
from
gonna
your conscious.
reintegrate people? Is that what the Mark coming out of his own head?
That's what I always thought it was. Like in the first season, I thought it was more about reintegration because they had that whole thing with PD.
Yeah.
And that's what I always thought it was, honestly. But now it's seeming to be more about like developing who they are and whether or not they're similar or different. But also like they all are quite similar, but it's about like their inner wants versus their outer wants. Like Dylan, like I really think Dylan, it's going to show that he's maybe not a good dad.
Oh, okay.
Or like which is kind of sacrilegious because everybody loves Dylan.
Yeah.
But I think Dylan's inner character is like a guy that really wants to be quite masculine and cool. And now he's a dad and he has to work for his family. And he was like, he was kind of aggressive to his wife.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which was shocking because I think that's supposed to be shocking. It's supposed to be like,
that's not how you've seen Dylan before. Yeah.
Dylan's so nice.
Yeah.
But he is aggressive. He does.
I mean, he did
lash out. He bit Milchick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it's like he wants some sort of glory, some sort of, he's a competitive guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Heliar is like a very rebellious soul, but that's been like kind of beaten out of her. Irving is like a very sad, very depressed individual.
Yeah.
But is a very sensitive, like stoic kind of character on the outside. And yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like seeing who you actually are, and that's kind of like the benefits of it is now that they're able to like become whole individuals that can work together and figure out this thing where they're trying to like, yeah.
Huh. I like that idea.
I like the theme of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the actual science is, and honestly, I'm at the point. This is how you know that the show is better than Lost.
Yeah.
I'm at that point where I don't care what the science is.
Yeah.
I just love the show. At season 2, episode 2. That took 3 seasons with Lost. And then they lost me at season 4.
Yeah.
When everyone started having nosebleeds and it was like, oh, we gotta go to the 70s. We gotta move the island around. Like, I hated that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
That was the worst season.
We gotta move the Lumen headquarters.
We have to move the island.
We have to move the water tower.
No.
We have to move Pips. Thank God it's a diner. We might be able to put it on a flatbed.
We have to move the numbers. What do the numbers mean? It's
we gotta move the desks 45 degrees.
I hope Ben Stiller comes out someday and it was like, I just Lost pissed me off, and I wanted to redo it, but good.
Yeah,
and I did it. There were numbers. There were animals in places that you couldn't expect. There was dead family members.
What do you want from me?
Same thing.
Do you think?
I hope they all get out, and then they're like, we have to go back to Lumen. They already did. Yeah. They kind of already did.
Yeah. Do you think there's gonna be a point where like they're gonna do the same thing with John Locke, where like outside he can't he's in a wheelchair and then he goes to the severed floor and he can walk.
He can walk. Yeah, that would be crazy. And it's not like he was just lying on the outside. It's more just like, wow, Jesus, Kiera is with me, like he is in the show where he's like, God, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord.
I will say, the one thing I remember from Lost is that episode where it was his backstory, and every single time he's sitting and you don't think anything of it, and then that last scene of him
where
in the
he's
wheel.
moving his toes.
Yeah.
And it's like, him in that zoom. That shit
like, whoa.
gets me every time.
Yeah.
Even though I know that his, yeah. That shit is so good.
Yeah. Where did it go wrong?
God.
Season 4.
Well, that was a realization for me that what I loved about that scene is John Locke's actor and Michael Giacchino. Fair. Everyone else can fuck off.
Yeah.
Those are the parts I like.
Honestly, I get it.
it's a joy to watch this man act. It's a joy to hear John Locke's theme by Michael Giacchino.
Michael G.
Mike G.
Yeah. Go watch Severance.
It's so good.
I assume there's gonna be a season 3.
Yeah,
I need more. I need more shows like this.
I think they already have a season 3. They said that they have an if it gets canceled at the end of season 3, they have like an ending for it already planned out. But they also have plans for it if it goes on.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I hope 20 seasons. I want 20.
I don't
syndicate it.
I don't give a fuck if they end up on an island in Hawaii. I do think that's fucked up. Don't go to Hawaii. Once again, they're asking us not to. Native Hawaiians are asking us not to.
We know you're listening. Do not
keep
go
it in New Jersey.
Keep it in Jersey.
Keep it in Jersey. God damn.
They need all the help they can get. They need more money. The congestion pricing. They can't use the trains.
Film it all under an overpass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if they end up having to get on a fucking train and going to, like, I don't know, on Atlantis or something. I don't give a fuck. I just like these characters and I like them a lot.
We need more, yeah. I just want good TV, man.
I like having something to look forward to. That
for the next 7 weeks, yeah. Honestly, I think that's another thing that Severance gets right, is I am kind of sick of binge watching. It is nice when it's there and I have the time.
Yeah.
But it is more exciting thinking about Severance for a longer period of time. And I think that's also why the first season stuck around with me a lot longer.
I think so too. And I think now the reason that people don't release all the episodes all at once anymore is because of the anti-woke people that show up and then review bomb it, because that can kill a show. And that has happened a lot. With just
I think also
shows.
cynically it's to keep people on the subscription plan, but that's,
well, yes, but I think also like the creators and writers of the show are also like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I want to actually have some time to let a show grow and foster. Yeah,
I don't think it actually matters what their personal opinions are on it. It's more of like, I don't want people to review bomb my show. Actually,
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
damn, good show.
Yeah.
Ads? Are we good? Are we? Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
Hell yeah. Ad time.
Hi.
That was the hi. It's the ad break alarm.
Hello.
Welcome to the ad break.
Hi.
Sarah, are you enjoying this podcast so far?
I like it.
Then if you're enjoying the podcast like Sarah is, you better like, comment, subscribe, and hit the gosh darn bell if you're watching on YouTube, and rate us 5 stars on Apple, Spotify podcast. Rate us the highest stars on whatever podcasting thing you're on.
Is star.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you want to support the podcast financially, there's a couple ways to do it. We have some new things also this week, but we'll start off with StraightRiverCoffee.com, APWSTR coffee brand.
Yeah.
We have 2 different flavors. I have a morning blend, Brazilian bean, light to medium roast with caramel flavoring.
Yeah.
And Sarah's currently is a Colombian dark roast.
At the time of this
recording, Colombian dark roast with chocolate cream flavoring.
And there's a tariff apparently on Colombia now.
That's going to start at 25% and bump up to 50.
Go up to 50?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll talk to Straight River Coffee about that, and we'll update you if the recipe changes.
Yeah. But it's still currently available, last I checked, until the tariffs have gone through, I hope, maybe.
I don't know, yeah.
Because I'm willing to bet they still have coffee beans, hopefully.
I don't know.
Yeah. But that'll be in the description. We also have patreon.com/APWSTR if you want early releases to the podcast, ad-free releases to the podcast, so you don't get any ads in the RSS feed, YouTube, or this segment as well. And you get access to the Discord. You can join our book club. There's a lot of people talking with each other. There's an event place.
We're currently reading Touching Spirit Bear, which is a book I read in middle school, which is about a kid on an island with a bear.
So lost.
Yeah, but it's like a punishment or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like Lost.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we're reading that right now. We'll be having the book club on the 18th.
The 16th, I think.
16th. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, around that time.
Yeah.
If you want to buy us coffee, you can go to buymecoffee.com/APWSTR and we'll read whatever you have to say.
As long as it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like racist, homophobic, transphobic, or anything.
Yeah, we won't tolerate that shit.
No, we're not tolerant. Tolerant.
Yeah.
We're not tolerant.
Not tolerant.
Yeah.
Slaley bought 100 copies. Thank you very much.
Your name is awesome, Slaley.
Slaley, and it's just something nice and a heart emoticon.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. This
That
helped
was
out
that was
more.
a lot.
That was a lot,
right?
Yeah.
How much was it?
100 copies is about $300 bucks, and I think
shit.
after processing it was like $280.
That's
Something
fucking
like
crazy.
that, yeah.
Slaley, you truly are a slay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
helping
much.
Helping us keep this operation afloat.
Yeah, for real.
Thank you very much. It was
Thank you
very
very
nice.
much. It was very nice. Yeah.
Gotta pay rent somehow. Camden, they, them, bought a coffee.
Thank you, Camden.
Thank you very much. Camden. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
I think so. Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
The last episode reminded me to ask, and I'm also being selfish by having y'all say it on the pod.
No, it's okay.
Have either of you two played Warframe? It's free to play and super good, especially mentioning this because Sarah said she likes ESO.
No,
I
but
have not played it.
you're convincing me to do it.
All right. Yeah, that's
So-
your...
I've thought about it, and I've said I have friends that also play ESO, and I've talked to them about playing Warframe, and they thought I was saying World of Warcraft, and they were like, God, no, don't do it. And I was like, oh, really? It's that bad? And then I was like, Warframe? And they're like, oh, no, yeah, that's fine. Which makes me really want to do it now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's probably up Sarah's alley more than mine, but
I'm
Yeah.
becoming I've been playing a lot of PoE 2, PoE 2,
Oh, yeah.
Path of Exile 2, and I need to get back into it, get my witch back up.
True.
Because I started dying again. And I was like, the game is hard. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for those coffees.
Yeah, thank you. I'll start. I'll do it.
Yeah. Miss Tori, she, her, bought 3 coffees.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
it's Miss Tori again.
Hey, I'm back.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember you.
We remember, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm
It
the
has.
teacher from a while back.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to send y'all a coffee in a while, but I had a couple extra dollars this month, so I'm able to now. Well,
Oh my
thank
gosh,
you.
thank you.
A lot has happened, and I wanted to share some
Yeah.
things with y'all. First of all, I'm not Miss anymore. I'm a Mrs.
Oh, congrats.
I married my husband on December 26th. Hell yeah, congrats.
Nice.
Then we've had to suddenly move because of slumlords not fixing things.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that.
sorry about that.
Hopefully
Yeah.
that wasn't too difficult.
Yeah.
Also, I had told you guys about the cancer that was found in my cervix a while
Yes.
ago. I got that taken care of, but recently underwent surgery to remove my IUD because the doctor cut the strings on my IUD
Oh,
when
shit.
I had the procedure to remove the cancer.
Oh my god.
I ended up switching doctors though because I tried to have my surgery done on December 20th by the doctor who cut my strings, and he straight up didn't show up. Which, like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck
hell?
indeed.
That's crazy.
Who has that happen to them but me? Subsequently, I'm now out of sick days, and I'm just hoping that I don't get sick for the rest of the school year. Upside
my
down
God.
smiling emoji. I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
Jesus.
Your life is crazy,
Yeah.
Tori. Oh my god.
Fuck, man, yeah.
Yeah.
On another note, I also wanted to point out that I watched Ponyo
Oh yeah.
and realized that Matt Damon
Damon's
was in it too.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
didn't
gotta
realize he
watch
was in
it.
so many things until I started listening to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being you, and I hope y'all never stop making amazing content. 200 emojis. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope she gets. I mean, it sounds like ups and downs.
Yeah, I hope there's more ups though coming
But
up.
you deserve more ups.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Psychic Link bought 5 coffees. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Newish listener here. I've been working my way back through older episodes while waiting for new ones.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening and waiting.
Yeah.
Love the back and forth on the analysis on media and how thoughtful we are to each other.
Oh.
You guys are probably tired of hearing about Bones by now. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm never
Never
tired
be
to hear
tired.
about Bones. I love Bones.
But I thought you might find my experience with it relatable and maybe a little funny. I also grew up watching Bones too. I haven't done a rewatch since being an adult, and I've never sought out anyone doing references or deep dives.
Yeah.
And after hearing your reflections, that might be for the best. Fair.
Some of them are. I think there are some good ones.
Yeah.
Like I think Lily Simpson is the name of her. The person that did the deep dives on the trans episode of Bones.
Probably. I think I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to look them up,
I'm
and
gonna
I'll
look her up.
Yeah. I was the one that brought Bones into the house. I, at 10 years old, saw clips of season 1 while I was taking sewing lessons from the old lady who lived in the house behind us. The woman's husband was watching in the room next door, and I caught the name of the show leaving there one time. I brought it up with my parents, and soon enough, watching Bones every week was a family tradition.
Yeah.
Did you find the name, by the way?
Yeah, it's Lily Simpson, the racist transphobia of Bones.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? I brought it up with my parents, and soon enough, watching Bones every week was a family tradition.
Mm.
I didn't know how this happened either. We were pretty normal otherwise. It was just this one time a week we all get together and watch the cool, gross skeletons show.
Yeah.
There was one exception to this rule. My younger brother, not even both of us, just him, was sent out of the room exactly once through the entire running, It wasn't the serial killers episodes, the cannibalism ones, the Blair Witch one, the Gormagon arcs, not even the pony play episode.
Oh, yeah.
But was in fact season 3 Christmas episode where they found a dead Santa Claus. My mom sent him out of the room, said he wouldn't think Santa was fake and she could preserve the Christmas spirit. Thanks for reading. Hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's really funny. I'm so funny. It's like we could go through all the Goop episods. Dead Santa. Off the table.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And our final coffee of the night comes to us from Milo, Milo.
Hi.
He Z bought a coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
XZ is pronounced Z, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I know my things. What's up, Gucci gang?
What's up, Gucci gang? Let's go.
Making me say this. Oh my goodness.
What's up, Gucci gang?
I was super far behind on episodes, and I'm really glad that I finally caught up.
Hell yeah.
This past year has been crazy busy for me, and I'm happy to say that you all have accompanied me on some of the wild shit that I've had to deal with this year.
Hell yeah.
While I was moving out of an apartment that I had with a crazy roommate, flying halfway across the country for a work gig, and driving down old highways late at night, your podcast has been my background noise for a long time now.
Oh, well, thank you.
My favorite memory with your podcast would have been a few weeks ago. I was having a lazy morning in my incredibly tiny studio apartment.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, who I've been dating for 6 months now, was making gluten-free pancakes for me. Mm-hmm. The stallion had been tamed.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
While we were listening to your podcast, I made tea, and we were both incredulous during the parts whenever a Redditor said some fuck shit. It was perfect.
Classic.
Anyway, thanks for being with me as I've grown in the past year. I'm now a certified pyrotechnician working in the special effects department as well as props department in film.
Dude, hell yeah.
I've also written a novella, which I'm trying to get published. I wish you luck on that. Hell yeah.
Wish you luck.
And I'm working on a novel. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
My lovely boyfriend had to move to England for work, and I hope I can visit him for his birthday in April. Things are good, but I've fought real hard to make them this good. I'm going to continue to live my life because it pisses fascists off to see a gay trans man be happy and successful.
Hell yeah.
Lots of love from Canada. Fuck fascists. Thank you for the laughs and endlessly good advice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck them fascists, dude.
That's the energy I want to enter in every day with. Is
for fucking sure.
Live your life to fuck over fascists.
Yeah,
you know
honestly.
what I mean?
Yeah, because fuck them, man.
And good on you. I hope that you continue to live every day like that, too.
Yeah.
And good things come your way.
Fuck yeah. I hope honestly, film department do you want to do the special effects for our tour when
I was going to say, like, we should hire you, bro.
We're going to hire you.
Yeah.
When do you think you can do flames and stuff?
All, like, 16 smoke.
Like fog machines.
My brain is gone, bro.
No, same. I can't say anything
Holy shit.
at all right now.
Oh. I want to hire you. You sound really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and good luck on all having more good days. So
yes. Yeah. Anyway, buy our stuff.
Buy your stuff. All of that's down in the description. We also have a cameo now. Both of us have cameos.
Yeah.
They'll be down in the description. We have a throne wish list for both the podcast and the stream I do. Twitch.tv, guy named JC. If you want to support the podcast, use that Prime sub. And that's about everything, I think.
I think so. There's once again mutual aid links down in the link tree. There's now too many to list.
So now
just go and look at them.
They're in the link tree. It'll be the first section of the mutual aid thing. So please
check them out.
Yeah, please check them out. And until the next ad break, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, it's Reddit time.
Dude, it's fucking Reddit time. Sarah, do you got some?
Oh my god, it's Reddit time.
We're jumping into it. Fuck it. Let's go, dude. Let's do this.
Oh my god, it's Reddit time. Oh my god, it's Reddit time.
Okay, I did delete the footage from last time. Good. So we have 5 hours, baby. Let's take our sweet time.
Okay. Let's start with Am I the Angel?
Okay, all right.
I didn't read this one fully, but I just know it's good.
You did read the titles of me, and I not paying attention because I was reading r/writing was like, oh, that's a real one. Oh, shit, that's going to be funny.
Am I the asshole for yelling at my friends, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, for using the thumbs up emoji?
Okay.
I, 18 female, hate the thumbs up emoji. I find it passive aggressive towards the person it's used upon, and I believe that it can be considered a hate crime to use it. My friends, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, 18 male, 18 female, use the thumbs up emoji a lot, and it pains me internally, but I know it's people's choice to use it, so I don't interfere. However, I told them to not respond or react to my Discord messages with the thumbs up emoji. I love my friends with all my heart, I met them in an incident revolving around an evil English teacher. Long story, don't ask. 48 male, by the way. And I'm
Gotta get those ages in, yeah.
and I'm even dating one of them, 18 male. They're
Which 18 male though?
One of them. Shut up, okay? Don't. You're prying too much.
You know
into
what's
their
weird
life.
is I think I read the story that this is like that caused this.
Really?
Because okay,
funny.
we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Who reacted with that wretched emoji, telling her kindly to remove it from. Oh wait, no, wait. Okay, they're always the kindest people, except for this one thing. Today we were discussing a really serious and sensitive issue. Long story, don't ask. I sent a very poignant message to close off the discussion, and then all of a sudden, underneath my text, my heart froze. A thumbs up emoji. The conversation was about to turn away, but I just couldn't let this slide. I called out the person, 18 female, who reacted with that wretched emoji, telling her kindly to remove it from my message.
Dude, Control C, Control V-ing every time you have to write an H. Just like
individually typing it in.
Dedication, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I expected a smooth removal so my heart could recover. Instead, another thumbs up emoji popped up. This time from my best friend in the whole wide world, 18 female. Another pang in my heart. Then the first person to react responded with no, followed by that emoji again.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Now
then the first person to react, 18 female, responded with no, followed by that emoji again. I lashed out, telling them how I was crying. But then that message was responded to with not one, not two, but 3 thumbs up emoji. A follow-up message was greeted with another emoji reaction from my best friend, 18 female. I couldn't do it anymore. I screamed at them as well as I could over text. How could you do this to me when I tell you how I feel about this emoji and you just smother my entire existence with its presence? They all called me a thin-skinned loser. In a fit of anger, I left the group chat and sobbed to my stuff ox Ian, (M). But I'm worried that they...
You remember when you got him?
bad stuffed
plushy
animal.
Parent, yeah.
But I'm
Plushy
worried.
Parent, TM, PP.
Yeah, the PPTM. But I'm worried that when they call me thin-skinned, they were right. Like they said, it's just an emoji, but I just feel so pained inside. So, Remmy, am I the asshole?
I need some consistency. You said it was just an emoji there, but earlier on you called it a hate crime. Checkmate.
Fucking, someone posted a screenshot of this showing up on their For You page, and the one underneath is r/gardening UK, and the title is I did okay with the pumpkins this year, and it's just this guy with 2 big pumpkins.
Hell yeah. That's so funny. Dude, I do love the...
And he's, I guess the point is he has 2 thumbs ups.
Oh.
Which is the point. I thought I was looking at the pumpkins. I was like, is it funny because it looks
Big
like the
pumpkin? Yeah.
Is it funny because it looks like the pumpkins are his balls?
Not even related to the story.
I just realized that they're being a smart, funny
person, by
UK
the
person,
thumbs up.
and I'm a dumbass American thinking about balls. Yeah. Anyway, YTA.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't yell over text, maybe. So, okay, I think this was based off a story that I saw.
Really?
It's not the same. It's not about thumbs up emojis, but it was like a group of like 6 18-year-olds in a group chat. And one of them was like, oh, I made brownies. And another one was like, it was like a huge like misunderstanding of like,
like text speak over the internet.
Yeah, where it was like, I'm not going to give you these brownies. You live all the way across the country. And then they were like, you're mean. And it was like, what the fuck? I was going to read that like for the show. Basically, yeah, a bunch of 18-year-olds just being like fucking weird.
Just neurodivergent, misunderstanding each other. And I say that as someone who's been in those conversations so often. Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, it's just like, I think that's what this is based off of, because it's like a text. It's a bunch of 18-year-olds text going through, and there's also a point in the beginning where it's like, so there's 3 main people, and then it's all the names, and then and then later on it's like there's 2 people that aren't necessarily related to the story, and then they also gave the ages and names of them. Yeah,
I found circle jerks recently to be a little bit too mean. This one, I didn't know the original context of the thing, so I just thought it was wacky.
Yeah.
And silly.
I think this is a wackier, sillier way of
making fun of someone.
I guess. If that's what happened.
Yeah, well, I'd probably... It's... Circle jerks, they can come off as quite mean-spirited sometimes. And even fucking on D&D circle jerk, I couldn't find one this week because all the ones were like they were funny. And then right at the end, they would be like, yeah, women. And I'm like, all right, well,
you don't want to deal with that? All right, got
I'm
it.
not dealing with that. Or
That's
like,
my job to bring
like,
those
or
up.
like,
yeah.
race. And it's like, but they were doing it in a way where it was like, but women are better gamers, guys. So they're like joking about that. So like you're implying that women aren't bad
never mind. I
gamers.
rescind me saying that I bring those up. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, okay. The fascists have gotten here
They're slowly
too.
getting there. Yeah. Go on.
Yay.
Don't go on. I did a what is it? I read a subreddit drama thing.
Yeah.
Only going to be the good subreddit in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
It was like, does banning a Nazi from elections make you a Nazi? r/moderate politics says yes. And moderate politics, by the way, does not mean centrist. It means just don't yell at each other.
That's funny as hell.
And then like conservatives say like horrible shit under the guise of being like quote unquote like
moderate,
civil mannered.
Yeah,
and then
they're pulling it up.
Yeah, and then
I'm
people
on
are
the
like,
left, guys.
I'm totally on the left.
Sure, bro.
And then people get upset, and then they get banned for being upset at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All because Germany wants to ban the Nazis.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I can only imagine why.
Believe
if I'm
it or
being
not.
honest.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Awful times we're living in.
Yeah. Weird
Yeah.
stuff. Weird times.
Yeah.
I was gonna read one that was like someone it was like a self post, but it was very serious. But it was I saw like 6 people Nazi salute at my school, and it was just like people like doing the Nazi salute to each other, quote unquote, ironically.
Oh yeah, for the meme.
Yeah.
Good to know 2016, 2017 is happening all over again, but worse.
But even before then, like 20.
That's true. Yeah.
People were on YouTube doing blackface, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
And we were just like, it's funny somehow.
I guess I'm laughing at this.
I guess. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that annoying thing where someone's like, I never liked it. Me. Like I was a child. I was like 8.
Yeah, so
when it was happening. But yeah, I still wasn't. I don't think I was allowed to watch Family Guy. Like Family Guy was too mean for me.
Damn.
Because we lived in a Christian household where we went to church every Sunday, and I had to wear frilly little lacy
Methodist household,
socks. Yeah, and little Mary Janes and shit.
Yeah,
and I would get yelled at for taking my hair clips out of my. I would take it for taking my hair out of pigtails because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I can understand not being able to.
I wasn't in that scene, but probably would have been if my family were like.
I will say, like, speaking of the blackface thing, I think I watched Shane Dawson after all that, and then I saw that, and I did think I was like, that's a little.
It's crazy, yeah.
And I don't even know if it was like, because I was probably like a teenager and like a dumbass. It probably wasn't even the like. Maybe it was a little bit of like, oh, this is kind of racist, but I was just like, this isn't funny.
Racist, yeah.
This is It was more just like, this isn't funny. I don't know what the joke here is. Yeah.
Well, but isn't that interesting, though, too, as white people? Like, I think it's important to talk about it, frankly.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, we didn't see that as racist. Even though it is so
100%,
racist.
Yeah.
We saw it as just not funny.
Yeah.
And that's why we weren't.
And that's the worst crime you could be, is not funny on the internet. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll talk to my friend and he'll be like, bro, you're such an ally. And I'll be like, no, dude.
It's not.
I'm an asshole. That's what it is.
I'm a piece of shit, actually.
I'm a piece of shit. I'm still a white person. I probably still do racist things, but I try to unlearn that.
Yeah.
Which is important. That doesn't make me a bar is in hell.
Yeah.
That's not allyship, really. That's just trying to be a good fucking person.
Yeah, why do you rich fucking white people view every socioeconomic issue for the myopic lens of your own self-actualization? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, don't do that to people. Like, that's ridiculous. You should just try to be nice. Being an ally is being anti-racist, you know?
Yeah.
That blew my mind in 2020 when that was like it shouldn't just be not racist. You should also be anti-racist.
Actively anti-racist, yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. You're right.
I could probably work more on that front then, yeah.
Which it was a big paradigm shift for me, but it's shameful that it took till 2020.
No, yeah, it is very shameful. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how we got to here, but
funny story, bro, is what I think we
very funny. I think Am I the Angel is saying that it's fake. Because that's
so,
what the point of the subreddit is, though.
Is that whatever stories we're
this
making.
Shit is fake.
Yeah, and I will say it was written in such a way that I'm like, it's probably fake. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because you have a lot of food ones this week.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You have lasagna into spicy hot sauce. You have a hot
little
dog,
teaser for later. Yeah, hot dog.
Hot dog one. And this is like a brownie one that went viral too. Like this is weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the food.
It's like when those TikToks would go viral where it was a lady that was like, we're going to make a lasagna. Put a bunch of uncooked lasagna into a jar of tomato and water.
Put that in the oven at 700 degrees.
And then take out your stinky foot and just like step into it real good and then serve it up to everybody. But don't put it on a plate. Dump it on the table, you know? And everyone was like, well, this is making me so mad.
Yeah,
and then everyone else was like, this is fetish content.
Obviously, yeah.
It's
the second that a foot
content.
gets involved, it's like you should just assume it's
your stinky foot. Yeah, it's yeah, man.
Solved it. Solved it.
No, that was a lazy slap, but it sounded good.
Yeah, it did sound good. So we take those.
Yeah, we take those.
How was that not? We take those was not on the Northern Lion most said words, especially now that I'm starting saying it. I think it's funny, real quick,
because it started literally. It was like a 180 degree run headfirst into that phrase like 3 months ago.
Yeah, and I will say also very funny that like now I'm hearing Northern Lion speak a lot more like Chiblee sometimes. It's like, oh, we're all just stealing from each other. Isn't art wonderful?
Well, it's because Chiblee's advanced.
Yeah.
Chiblee's advanced comedically, yeah.
Ascended, yeah.
That's the only stream where every time I watch a Chiblee VOD, NL is in the chat.
Yeah. And he's just like...
He watches Chiblee streams every single time.
During the Peloton, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So... I got a good story to start.
Mm-hmm.
It's not food related. I know we were talking about food related things, but my 26 male girlfriend, 23 female, is upset I did karaoke with my ex, 27 female. How can I reassure her of my feelings? All right, everyone, play at home. Guess 2 songs and write them down in the comments. And just farming engagement.
Yeah, the songs are. You're gonna be like, bro, like, come on,
pick
man.
the worst song that you could think of, and then
to
pick
sing
the
with your
next
ex
worst song
in front of your girlfriend.
Yeah. All right. Last night, my girlfriend, we will call Rose, and I went out. We ended up running into my ex, who we will call Ari.
Oh, so it wasn't even like we all went out together, like you're friends with your ex.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great. Worse, actually, kind of. Yeah.
We ended up running into my ex, who we will call Ari. I think Ari, A-R-I.
Yeah.
Ari, yeah. I made small talk and casually chatted with her. We went to our seat and the conversation ended. Rose tells me she's going to the bathroom and tells me what she wants to drink. When Rose is in the bathroom, Ari comes and dares me to sing "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey and dedicate to her, and then we can sing "Promiscuous" by Nelly for old time's sake. Parentheses, it was karaoke night at the restaurant I'm in.
So you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to karaoke.
I don't know if you've ever had a dare, but you gotta...
You have to do it.
Speaking of, you have to do it.
Even if it ruins your fucking life.
A little about me.
I'm an idiot.
I take dares extremely serious and agreed. So I took Ari up on her offer. Now, another important fact is Rose doesn't like doing karaoke, which is why I don't do it with her. Rose came out the bathroom to Ari and I singing, and I suppose she wasn't happy. Suppose.
You couldn't tell?
Yeah. When I got back to the table, she asked me what was that. I explained to her that it was nothing. We ate a bit, and then Ari and I got called up to do Promiscuous, and in the middle of it, Rose left.
Yeah.
After I finished the song, I saw a text from Rose, and it said, "I'm in the car. Feel free to come when you've had enough fun with your ex." I started to realize she was upset, so I paid for my stuff.
I started.
Nah, this is a bonus.
After she left.
Yeah. So I paid for my stuff, told Ari we will catch up later.
We will catch up later?
We'll catch it up later, don't worry.
I'll bang you in the bathroom later.
Yeah.
No worries.
No worry. No, she's in the car waiting, so we have like all the time in the world, I guess.
You just have to stay in this club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get in the car and Rose is crying. She said that it was embarrassing how we were all over each other. I reassured her that was just for the performance. I was just acting, bro.
Listen, I just had to full send it, man.
Yeah, full send it when I... Awful. Jesus.
Yeah.
I reassured her that it was just for the performance and that she's overthinking. She asked if I want Ari. I told her no. When we got home, she slept in the other room. We are now both at work and her responses are just dry. She told me that it was inappropriate and that I would do that, and now she's scared I want Ari back. Honestly, guys, I don't want Ari back. Ari cheated on me twice.
Oh.
The first time I told her, took her back, and the second time I didn't. If Ari and I were together, I wouldn't be able to trust her even if she changed. I'm honestly in love with Rose, and I know I need to reassure her of that. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
But Sarah, was a dare.
If you're saying, like, I take dares very seriously, what you're actually saying is I'm easily manipulated.
You know,
I dare you to jump off a bridge to your death.
Well, I guess you said it. I guess.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, no, that's so silly. That's really dumb. Why would you?
It's incredibly silly.
Yeah.
It's also fucked up.
And yeah. You're you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
What the hell?
You were saying in the post, which I glossed over the first time, she cheated on you twice.
I'll come back.
I'll come back, first of all. And then also cheating on you twice, and it's like...
You glossed over the cheating part? I thought you glossed over the I'll come back to you.
I glossed over a lot of it because I didn't read the last paragraph.
Oh, okay.
Except
so
for
you
the
didn't gloss
first paragraph.
over it.
I didn't read it.
You didn't even go over it at all in the first place.
I just saw the title and I was like, sold. And I saw the songs and I was like, double sold, and I'm done. We don't need to read any more of this.
Not reading the context. What songs? What songs?
What songs, yeah.
That's funny.
Because I was really hoping it was Sins, Not Tragedy, so we can have a 2 for 2 on...
From like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, so also I can be like, so obviously this is fake, but this is a really fun story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's fake.
I hope it's fake too, because...
Just mean shit to do to your girlfriend.
Like, why...
Guys, I just found out my actions impact other people, especially the ones I'm closest with. What can I do to control their actions?
You didn't even explain, like, when you're doing the karaoke that you guys were all over each other up until the like, she explained it to you, and it's like, so what the fuck were you doing?
He's trickle truthing, yeah.
Yeah, like, because you could just be, like, 6 feet apart, 2 microphone stands at the karaoke place.
We belong together.
Yeah, exactly. You could have lied a little bit. You know? You could have given a little bit of a shit.
We belong together.
Yeah.
Get away from me, you skank. That's how you do this.
Yeah.
How you do the dare, but also prove that you're like in love with your girlfriend is we do not belong together.
Yeah.
I just hold up a big sign that says I love my girlfriend and she's in the audience.
But I have to do this dare because I was dared to do it.
And then you like flip it like I hate this woman next to me.
Yeah. And
then you flip it and it's like she cheated on me twice. Flip it. I took her back the first time.
And she did it again.
But then she did it again.
It's a long story.
She dared me to do this. It's a long story. Flip it again. Come talk to me after the show
I'll
if you want.
Yeah.
Flip it again. My mixtape is...
Yeah, and then your socials, yeah. Like it's a SNL cue card, yeah. Jesus, man.
You just look really scared.
You know what's weird? Before I picked the story today, for some reason, I had the song Promiscuous stuck in my head. I think I read it somewhere, and then it got stuck in my head because I was like, who the fuck actually uses this?
I've definitely heard Promiscuous because we were born in the 90s, in the late 90s. We've definitely heard Promiscuous hundreds of times.
Yeah, especially I think it was on TikTok for a while as a trend.
Well, I just mean during our development when our parents were driving to and fro.
Yeah, to and from school.
Yes, as we were developing.
Yeah, early 2000s.
We were eating those really nasty, dry granola bars on the way to elementary school, and 90.9 or whatever the fuck it was called.
104.1 on the weekend.
Yeah, 98.9. Well, not 98.9. That's the journey.
104.1 is the
104.1 is the
98.9.
98.9 is the classic rock, but they only played Journey and now
which
Phil
one's
Collins.
the 101.1?
101.1.
I think that's the one.
Pop music.
You're welcome, Orlando people.
Yeah,
you
welcome.
are seen. Central Florida motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking we would just we definitely listen to that like hundreds and thousands of times. But if you asked me to sing Promiscuous right now,
I I can only
can't tell
think
you.
I can only think the one line, which is promiscuous girl. That's it. That's the only part.
I still can. I think I'm singing it to Beautiful Girl by Sean
That's
Big Sean.
Yeah.
in my head. Promiscuous girl all over the world. Something. I'm not. I'm
Somebody
more
saw
than
it.
a bird.
Not more than a plane.
I'm more than a plane. I'm a bird plane.
Thank you, Axis of Awesome reference. Yes.
Yeah.
We're all over the place. Asshole, obviously. Fucking.
Yeah. You're if you're trying to make yourself seem like a dumb asshole, Josh thinks that you're dumb. Actually, I think you're malicious. Actually,
You're probably willingly incompetent. How about that?
which I find
I
malicious.
guess that's malicious. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah.
I find that incredibly malicious. You're gonna lose your girlfriend, and for good reason. And it sucks too because she apparently couldn't drive on her own.
Yeah, so she
couldn't get an Uber on her own, and she lives with you. So she's fucked. You fucked you fucked her. You fucked her. You probably went back and fucked your ex too.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
get fucked. I don't know.
Yeah. Solved it?
Solved it.
Well, now I'm sad that you bring up the reality of the story. But these are real people.
What is this, D&D?
Yeah.
With me? Okay, am I the asshole for kicking my son out and disowning him?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
I, 36 female, am a born socialite. My family has held generational wealth for at least 6 generations. My name is so well known that when I married, my husband took my surname. Together we have 2 sons, J, 16 years old, and M, 18 years. There were some complications with M's birth, so we won't be having any more children, at least not without help from a surrogate or science.
I knew it. I told you earlier, too. I told you. Okay, no, shut the fuck up. So before the show, she said that title, and I immediately was like, yeah, that's Sims Am I the Asshole, right? And then you were like, no, this happens to real people, you asshole. Making me feel like an idiot and almost spiral like a piece of shit, apparently. Almost spiral like, oh god, am I missing something? I already missed that the first one was Am I the Angel? Is this actually a real one?
Have I been wearing my fucking
that's what's important right now is whether or not the beanie. It's correct. It is correct.
It's correct. Sorry, I thought it was backwards. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. What about whatever you're doing?
So I was like, oh my god, I'm 2 for 2. I'm not paying attention. I took my pills today. Am I being a bad boyfriend and comedic partner right now? And now we're here.
Tell you
2
to do
hours
any
later.
of that.
2 fucking hours later, we're here now.
It
And
ruins the joke of you guess it before the show even fucking starts.
You're not wrong about that.
I'm
but
trying to have a good show. I'm trying to make money for us to pay our fucking rent.
I'm over here, like I hear the names and I'm like, that sounds awfully like Bella fucking Goth. And also, wait, yeah, hold on a second. So I'm like kind of smiling a little bit like this has to be it, but you were also like, this has to be real. This was a real one because I trusted you. I believe everything I hear, Sarah. You tell me to jump off a bridge on a dare, I'll do it. That last story I wrote was
you
me.
sang karaoke with your ex-girlfriend.
I don't have an ex-girlfriend.
I don't even hit the wall behind you like in a Marriage Story.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up, I wish that you're dead.
I like that you weren't even saying anything, and I just told you immediately to shut the fuck up. Just like I knew. That
was great.
All right, okay. Read the rest of your dog shit or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. This show's a fucking.
I did it. There you go, viral moment.
Show's a wash.
There you go, viral moment. There you go, $1,000 from TikTok. There you go, bitch.
God, I wish.
Okay, Jay and M have always had a close bond with each other. Jay has always been doting older brother, playing with M, helping to develop his movement skill when he was a toddler, telling him stories. Jay never liked reading, though, and he never got good grades. It's not my fault that you hate everything the audience likes. It's not my fucking fault. As soon as you know the audience likes something, you refuse to play in the space. That's not my fucking fault. And then I have to deal with at the end of every month, like, oh no, how much money for rent? We have to get $200 for rent. No, I don't want to do Uber Eats. And then I'm like, oh, well, too fucking bad. You bitch at me every time I read Emma the Asshole Sims. That's all they want. That's all they want. I would do a whole podcast of Emma the Asshole Sims if I could.
I know you
If
would
I didn't
too.
think it would give Josh an actual brain aneurysm. An actual literal brain
the
aneurysm.
show would be over because I'd be dead.
I'm trying to put groceries on the table. We're not going to be able to get Colombian bean coffee anymore. I'm making that sad. You don't even like Colombian bean coffee. I fucking love it.
I like Colombian bean coffee. What the fuck? I like that. I'm going to be upset
Mr.
that's
Brazilian
gone.
ass bean.
No, because you got Colombian first. You were the one that picked your coffee first, and I didn't want it to be the same. I wanted it to be a little bit different, so I went with Brazilian. I asked them what was similar to Colombian.
Once again, making up things in your head that aren't real.
I do remember. Hunter, please remember. Tell me you remember this.
Jay never liked reading, though, and he never got good grades. My husband is a doctor and has tried multiple times to get Jay to open up to him and what's going on with him, but I think he's just unfocused, and honestly, after recent events, I'm beginning to think I'm right. Earlier today, I used a vacation day at work because Jay's school called me to inform me that my son had dropped out. Not in my family, not with my name, not with my reputation will I stand for this. I confronted Jay, and after about an hour of arguing back and forth, he blurted out he'd gotten a girl pregnant.
Scandalous.
I was livid. Our name, our good, high-standing, high-value name, smeared by some teenage indiscretion. I wouldn't have it. I told him I was re-enrolling him and I would arrange for the girl to have the issue disposed of discreetly. You can do that?
Can you do that?
You can have an abortion in The Sims?
Things right Sims have more than actual human beings, part
Whoa,
one.
Crazy. And pay for her to keep our name out of her mouth. The one condition was that he was to never see her again outside of school.
Land grab?
Never see her again outside of school, and in school they were not to interact. He went off on me amongst the insults. I'm apparently my mother. Amongst the insults, I'm apparently my mother. I'm apparently what the fuck? He went off on me amongst the insults. I'm apparently my mother was a llama and my ancestors were land-stealing tyrants. I shot back. That meant those same insults applied to him since I birthed him. Very motherly response. This is very real. Jay's response was maybe, but at least I don't proudly embrace it. I demanded to know if he was ashamed of his heritage, and he confirmed he is. He didn't want to get into the family business. He wants to be a clown on a stage, making people laugh. A comedian, I believe, was the term he used. At this point, my younger son and husband had entered the room, hearing the commotion, and I finally told him if he wouldn't abide by my rules, he was no son of mine and had to leave. I would give him 40k simoleons for him to leave right then with nothing but the clothes on his back. There's a trailer just off our property that he was welcome to move into and remain there until he decides to do what is expected of him, as all of his ancestors had before him. He left. My younger son has been in tears. I've been on the phone with lawyers, making sure that 40k is the last bit of help he'll get from us. I even want a court order to force him to change his name until such time as he decides to stop disappointing me. My husband and his former colleague, Mo, think I'm going too far. So am I the llama? Dude, am I the llama?
That's
really good.
That's good, yeah. I like the switch up of it, adding some more lore to the Am I the Asshole Sims, yeah.
Yeah. This is really good. You should write a whole fan fiction of this and send it to me to read on the podcast.
You know what? Actually, I approve.
Yeah.
As we all know, everything has to be approved by me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would also be interested in that. That's such a well-written drama.
It's very good.
And it's from the goddamn... I mean, to be fair, The Sims does kind of, when it hits, with really... And you start, actually writing out stories of what's going on, it's like, oh, shit.
That level of Sims is like, oh, fuck.
Especially when you get the social, aspirations, where it's like, you have to, be a serial romantic or a heartbreaking cheater.
I used to do that all the time. I think it started off when I was a gooner at 12 years old and didn't know what porn was. But I had The Sims.
You'd use the scroll wheel, get as close as possible to the bed while they're woohooing or in the shower.
I also didn't know how to mod games also.
We have the technology.
But then my narrative brain kicked in and I was like, fuck. Now I got a girl over and my baby mama's on like knocking at the door. What the fuck?
Fuck, these Sims have actual lives. Oh, fuck.
Or it's like
and wants and needs.
In all my times at The Sims, I think it's Sims 3, maybe Sims 4. I don't think I've gotten it in Sims 4 yet. But Sims 3, I've had one where there was a breakup. And I think I broke up with my girlfriend who had my child. And she hated me. Like, she full on hated me.
Shit, okay.
Like, I didn't fight with her. I never argue or fight. But she went straight to hate. And then 30 days passed by, or like a certain amount of days passed by. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my sim gets on his bike and drives across town to meet her to reconcile.
Whoa.
Because he wants to be in his child's life. And I was like, and that's the only time that's ever happened to me. It's happened to me once. And I've tried to recreate that. Yeah. And I think it's like a very specific, like, RNG, maybe.
Maybe.
With breakups.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
And maybe it's like you have to get some sort of like social, like, you know, like a soulmate or something.
Possibly.
And then you have to cheat on your soulmate or something.
And then, completely fuck it up. And then, I wonder. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. I just remember it happening. I don't know if it was a glitch or something, but it was very like,
what the
I'm
fuck?
locked in. I am so locked in, bro.
Is this the artificial intelligence they're talking us about? Is this a sentient AI?
Yeah, maybe.
Not
machine
the AI
learning
bullshit. Yeah, that word with today, like actual. This character has a brain and can think of itself. I.e. the movie Transcendence. But yeah.
All right. Okay. Calm down.
Sorry. Yeah. I gotta milk that until it's out of my fucking brain, dude. All right.
You have to milk your brain out. You have to milk Transcendence out of your brain. Like your brain, your brain is like cow tits, and you have to like tug on the cow tits to milk the movie Transcendence out of there.
The more I say it, the more I'll forget about it. Yeah, that's what I.
So talking is milking your brain. Talking
in a way, yeah.
Your consciousness is like these like hands that come out of your skull that milk the tits of your brain. You did that.
I did do this, and I'm sitting in my shame now. I'm sitting in my
good, because that's the only way you can apologize.
Apologize, apparently, according to fucking Twitter.
Yeah,
solved it. Let's move on. Let's move on. Great. All right, get out of that. Get out of that. Jesus. Yeah. Cutting that to make me look better as a person. Okay.
Okay.
Now that I made that joke, and now I have to keep it in.
Yeah, you do.
God damn it.
Once again, and a hell of your own creation.
Yep. Okay. This one's a fun one. Why is this? Okay, people always ask what poo mode. People always ask what poo mode is.
Yeah.
Basically, it's when a story on Am I the Asshole gets so fucking heated that they block it off from people who aren't in the subreddit. You had to have posted a couple times in it to actually respond.
Oh, I didn't know what it was.
So it's like a locked, like a soft locked post where like you have to have been on Am I the Asshole for I think a specific amount of time and have a specific amount of karma.
Probably from brigading. They're probably trying to stop people brigading.
And that's why I think I bring it up when it does happen, because I saw a couple stories and I think I might have picked two of them. And it's like, why are these in poo mode? Because this is...
Yeah, like, why are people arguing about it?
I think that's why I bring it up, because 9 times out of 10 is because it's a woman. Like, it's really...
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, or it's like, oh, this person's like a real big piece of shit, and it gets a little too rowdy, and then we have to like pump the brakes.
Everybody, calm down.
So,
it's a post on the internet.
Yeah. But yeah, this one's in poo mode. Okay. That's why I bring that up now. People have asked it in TikTok comments, and just to be safe, you know, just
for sure.
Am I the asshole for declining to, quote, fix the errors I made in a blanket I crocheted for someone and taking it back instead?
I have a lot of questions about this. Yeah.
Maybe it's in Boomo because it's about crocheting. So
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe I don't need to bring gender into everything.
Yeah. You talk about gender all the time. Yeah.
I made a blanket for my sister-in-law, Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to give it to her last weekend. She asked for it in certain colors. I didn't have any other projects on my to-do list, so I was happy to make it for her. I had most of the colors already too, so it worked out. When I gave it to her, she was excited and she started to look it over. I figured it was to see how it was put together since she doesn't crochet.
Oh.
After a little bit, she said that she loved the blanket. But she couldn't help but notice some of the little mistakes I'd made along the way. I asked her what she meant, and she pointed out some things like I'd accidentally done 1 row of striping instead of 3 for one section. I switched to the wrong color and threw off a, quote, pattern at some point, etc.
Oh.
She handed it back to me and told me that she loves my progress with it, and I couldn't wait to see the finished project. I told her that it was finished. She looked down at it and said that it wasn't done until it was perfect, and I'd make several mistakes that I could easily go back to correct. I was honestly...
Not easily.
Reminder, doesn't know crocheting at all.
Yeah.
Even I know crocheting, and I'm like, dude, that's like one long string. You can't just fucking...
It's like one long
You
string.
can't just fucking go back.
Yeah, not easy.
Without doing a lot of difficult bullshit. I was honestly dumbfounded by this. I hate the way perfectionists try to force their quirk onto others. I made this blanket for her for free out of my own free time because I love her. I told her that. She said she knows and she loves me for it. But that she wouldn't be able to use it because she wouldn't be able to focus on anything but the mistakes. I said whatever and took the blanket back and said that if she doesn't want it, I'll keep it. She looked surprised and said that she does want it, just wants my best work and not something half-assed. I told her, yeah,
okay.
That's okay. I was going to say, like, maybe you have, like, OCD or something.
I was going to say that, too.
But that's a little bit, like, I don't think people with OCD are going to be like, you half-assed this thing.
I mean, I don't think I have OCD, but I have that thing where I look at stuff and I'm like, you missed that part. And I think it's just I'm an asshole. Like, I do that.
Get it. Yeah.
It would bother me. It wouldn't bother me enough to decline the blanket.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too.
I'd be like, thank you.
I don't know. I don't think I have. I don't want to say I have OCD. I don't know. It runs in my family.
Yeah.
One side of my family.
Yeah.
Very specifically.
Yeah.
But like, there are times where I've been noticing recently where it's like, okay, I gotta stick to a schedule as much as possible. I gotta do patterns in my head.
But it's
like,
more about like control of your schedule than it is about like visual.
That
shit.
is true. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm an asshole. Like designer person.
Yeah.
So like when I see something, I'm like, nah, come on, man.
Could have done a little bit better. Yeah.
But if it's something handmade like this and it's like a lot, okay, I'll talk about it later.
That's fair. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Half-assed. I told her that if she thinks me crocheting a whole fucking blanket and making minimal errors is half-assing it, I'd rather just keep the blanket.
Yeah.
She's so upset with me and told me I was acting ridiculous and that it wouldn't take me long to fix it. If you know anything about crochet, you know that if I made an error on row 36 of a 1,115 row blanket,
yes,
that's essentially starting over again.
Yeah.
Anyway, come to you all, lol, am I the asshole?
No, I don't think so. I would do the same thing, but that's just as someone who knows crochet. I don't understand the concept of, can you make me a handmade gift? You get it. It looks handmade. It's not. I could just buy it from Walmart.
Yeah.
Buy it from Walmart then.
It's you don't appreciate the, like,
you don't want a handmade gift.
Yeah, and because you don't appreciate the fact that someone took their time out. Like, yeah, a mass-produced, like, Walmart blanket, probably not going to have that many mistakes.
Yeah, like, why are you treating your friends, giving you a nice gift that they spent time on because they love you, like customer service at Amazon?
Yeah.
Like, this blanket is fucked up, actually. Can you send it back to the machine? They're not a machine, they're a person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more insulting than giving you a blanket that has like a couple striping errors.
Yeah, and I do want to say, like, if it is like an OCD thing where it's like the pattern needs to be like perfect, I can understand like that's something you can't control. But to go, the thing that makes you an asshole is the half-assing it, like saying that like you didn't actually put enough work in.
Well, and it's also like if that bothers you, even if you don't have OCD and it bothers you so much that you can't take the blanket, say, I'm so sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say, like, I'm so sorry this really bothers me. I'm really sorry. I want to enjoy this blanket, but it bothers me. I'm really sorry.
And then there would be no asshole here.
No.
Like, I could understand, like, okay, yeah, you know, if you, like, you didn't expect, like, if it's really bothering you to such a degree.
Yeah.
Like, say that you appreciate the work that they put into it. And say, but I can't accept it.
Yeah.
And even then, like, I wouldn't blame the other person for being a little bit upset that, like, I worked this hard on a thing for you and you're not.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be, I would understand that.
Dude,
but
there was one time I made this guitar as like an art piece. Like I was practicing. I wanted to see if I could like paint on the outside of a acoustic guitar. And I made it, and your sister liked it, and she was like, "Oh, maybe I'll buy it." And I like halved the price for her because, you know, whatever. And I was trying out like really beginner luthier techniques of trying to restore a guitar.
Yeah.
She played it. and the guitar sounded like shit.
Mm.
And I was like, hey, what did you think? And I spent all this time making this guitar, and she was like, I don't like it. And I took it back, and it stung for like 24 hours.
Yeah, but then...
And then afterwards, I was like, yeah, it plays like shit.
Actually, yeah.
It plays like shit. It's a nice art piece, but why would you pay $75 for a guitar you can't play?
Yeah.
That makes sense, bro.
Yeah. Jesus.
And I don't have any ill will towards your sister for that. In fact, I think it was a good lesson of like, if I'm going to try to sell something, I want it to be good quality.
And that's the thing too, is that was also very obvious, like selling. Like there was like
I was selling it, yeah.
Yeah, not even just like as a gift.
But even then, I think it also made me realize my boundaries with like, if I'm giving a gift to somebody, I want, especially if I want it to be used, I want it to be able to be used.
Yeah.
And that's a me thing. But like, even if that happens to you where you give somebody a handmade gift or whatever, there's a nice way to decline a handmade gift.
Oh, yeah.
And it isn't you half-assed this.
Yeah, it's not being like what is it? Like just absolutely shitting on someone's work and like downplaying every, like all the good parts that like did work, you know?
And I also think I'm being informed by this trend currently. Like, have you ever been on TikTok and you'll see like an obviously small business do it, like giving selling a product that they've created and made and sell themselves, and the comments are all like, who the fuck is this for?
I've never gotten to the comments of those, but if that's what's going on, that sucks.
So there are multiple things. There's a thing called a tab buddy.
Okay.
Which is like a keychain that looks like a bottle opener, and then it also has like a little opening at the end for opening can tabs.
Oh, okay.
And specifically for people that have arthritis or are disabled and can't really use the full functionality of their hands.
Makes sense. Okay, yeah.
The comments are filled with people that are like, who is this for? And all the videos of the Tab Buddy people are them just making video after video of them responding to comments and being like, disabled people.
People disabled who have arthritis, people. Yeah, like...
People who are disabled. People who can't use their hands also deserve to drink soda. Disabled people.
Yeah.
And it's just like over and over and over again. There's also a thing called the Mighty Bar, which is another keychain kind of thing. And it's like a bar of like steel. And essentially it does fucking everything that like say you get something from Walmart and it's like one of those plastic things that you can't tear apart.
Yeah.
Mighty Bar is like a little, it's like a stainless steel thing with like a right angle at the end. So you can just go under and it makes it super easy to tear off the thing. And then it also like it used to be the Mighty Bar, people would ask like, can you shotgun a beer with this? And the guy would just like take a beer and he would stab it with a Mighty Bar and then he would shotgun the beer.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, yes, you can.
Fuck yeah.
But the comments are filled with people that are like, I'll just keep my beer and they'll like talk about another product and tag that product and be like, you're just copying this guy or whatever. And now his content is all about literally, he's like splitting an atom with the Mighty Bar.
Yeah.
It's like killing God with the Mighty Bar.
Dude, hell yeah.
And it's like, bro, that shit's crazy, man.
That's fucking awful that people are just so dedicated to like shit on something that like obviously has a different use compared to what you're used to, and just being like, I don't get it, therefore bad.
And these are not products that are drop shipped from AliExpress either.
Yeah, dude, like some like actual company like on the corner store. It's
wild because it's like some guy's house. Some guy made like the schematics and like the mold for the Mighty Bar.
Out of their garage, they're like printing like the metal and like
he's the next motherfucking Bill Gates of opening products, and you're in his comments saying, nah, I'm just gonna use a corkscrew. And meanwhile, there's like some absolute crap from AliExpress that people are posting online.
10 cents and you're like, selling it for $20.
Give me my money. I'm gonna give you my money.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this crystal cup that's obviously AI generated. What do you mean it's not made out of crystals? Yeah, you can't fucking drink from crystals, bro.
What do you mean it's lost in transit? I never got a tracking number.
What are you talking about? Bro, it's just wild.
Yeah.
I think we're just cooked, but I think most of it is people are just frustrated when they see something good.
Yeah.
That they didn't think of it themselves, or that they are just mad about their life, or they're 8 years old and they're mad that their parents don't pay attention to them, so they go online and they bully people online.
And I'm willing to bet there's also a little bit of like, why am I getting an ad on my feed? It doesn't say it's an ad, but it is an ad. What the fuck?
It's probably a good number of people that think they're really smart for being like, I'm immune to propaganda and marketing, and then they go into they engage with the marketing by commenting on it and saying, fuck you, marketers.
Meanwhile, especially when every comment, regardless of content, does boost it a little bit in the algorithm, whatever fucking huge equation it is. Yeah.
Which, call me crazy, I don't agree with, actually. I think if you have a bad comments in your comment section, it should make your video go down.
Yeah, we need a machine learn how to differentiate good and bad comments. So that way we can.
I think the YouTube algorithm fucked that up with downvotes versus
hiding the
thumbs
down
button versus thumbs up. I think it should be I'm gonna thumbs up this content.
Yeah.
Versus I'm gonna thumbs down this content. And now it's like any content,
if you click on the page,
any press is good press.
Yeah, if your video leads to someone watching another video, even if you don't watch the full thing, you actually are bumping that video because it kept it on the site.
And now we're sitting around like, man, Gen Z really loves bullying. No, they love attention.
Yeah,
because their parents didn't pay attention to them because their parents were neglectful fucks. As they never grow up, man.
Yeah,
that's what it is. They like attention.
Can't relate though. Don't look at the cameras.
Fuck.
Solved it?
Oh,
solved it, dude. Hell yeah.
Solved it. Was that me or was that you?
Crochet me. That was me.
I thought it was like, I want to know if it was single crochet. Because that shit is hard.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
It's the smallest one.
Oh, that's like the gauge of it?
Yeah, it's like literally, well, it depends on what your yarn is and what your hook is. But like, it's the first one that you learn, so it's supposed to be really easy. So whenever you start crocheting, everyone's like, I'm going to make a single crochet blanket.
And it's like...
You will die. You will die doing it.
Okay,
It's the most boring, because it's just one thing over and over and over again. And I don't know why, it's just like not fun for me. Some people really like it.
I can see it's calming for some people, you know? Like just doing some like a small repetitive task that they can just enjoy while doing other things. Yeah.
But my shit is like just do a double crochet then over and over and over again. Because it's calming, but it's also you get to do a little loop.
You get to do a little loop.
You get a little loop, Sarah.
Me when I'm at the theme park. I love loops.
I love loop-de-loops. Okay. Am I overreacting? My quote-unquote friend wants to kick me out after I lost my home in the LA wildfire.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Throwaway account. My main has too much personal shit on it. Long story short, I've known this dude for 15 years. He's always been a little flaky, but we've been friends forever. When he lost everything, I gave him a place to sleep and live. I literally didn't charge him a cent until he figured his life out and moved out.
Can I start the pitchforks now? And can I get them ready now or what?
Leave the torches at home though.
Yeah, no torches. Yeah,
we'll pick them up on the way.
Yeah.
I, like many others, lost my home in the LA wildfires. I can't even imagine how fucking terrible this has been for so many of us. I've literally been in tears for most days. I have nothing except a car and some clothes. I've only been staying on his fucking couch for less than 2 weeks, but he has zero awareness. Suddenly it's 3 fucking weeks, and now there's a mystery girl who has priority. I'm just sad, man. This dude was my friend. I feel betrayed. Am I overreacting here, or am I in the right to be absolutely pissed and want to remove him permanently from my life after this? We got texts.
Okay, all right. That's all the context leading up to the text. Got it.
I am going to read the friend with a, surfer.
That is fair. I will say, if there's one thing that the LA fires, like, I mean, thank goodness there's a lot of good people, like, actually, like, trying to stop the fires, and also understanding.
And speaking of their links in the description down below. Yes, there's still
links down below, because this is a horrifying event.
Yeah.
But there's just this, 0.01% of people
that are just like, I literally don't care.
I want to go to Disneyland, though.
I gotta go.
I gotta go to Disneyland. And I'm
Get
getting
out
like
of my house. I have a girlfriend now.
Yeah, and I even got like we're mutuals with I think on TikTok someone named Molly Burke who's she's blind if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow.
And she lives in LA and she's been documenting
oh wow.
and
yeah.
I think the documenting of like how like people who are disabled are getting absolutely screwed over.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I think that's an important thing to talk about and like actually recognize because
well, it's like when we talk about like in a lot of fire drills, it's told that if someone's in a wheelchair to just leave them.
Yeah, no, that's like Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, and it's then a lot of people, there were some people in my comment section that were like, can you confirm that that's not the case? And then a bunch of people who were actually disabled responded with like, no, it is the case. Like, yeah. Maybe not for firefighters, but for like teachers and classmates,
students,
they're told to just leave.
Yeah, because I'm willing to bet they also, because I know some places they have like the thing on the side of the stairs that's supposed to like have an even surface for going down.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet that most places probably don't teach how to use that.
Yeah.
So they just like leave it to firefighters. So
and like I remember in my school it was elevators, but an elevator you're not supposed to use elevators.
Yeah, only firefighters are allowed to actually. Yeah.
So it's like wait for the firefighters to show up.
Yeah,
to do that, and maybe even I don't even know because I'm not a firefighter and don't know too much about it. I just know what I was told in school.
Yeah,
in 2012 to 2016.
Yeah, and in Florida.
In Florida, so that's a very specific time frame in place. Probably has changed. I hope it's changed because that shit's crazy.
I hope it's gotten better. Maybe I don't know.
Probably worse. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, so it starts off with there's a cutoff text. And I think it says, yo, brah, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bounce. Like, I love you, but I need my space back. It's been 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then OP goes, dude, are you for real? The fuck? My house fucking burned down. I let you crash with me for 2 fucking years for free. And he goes, dead ass, I'm sorry, but the girl I'm seeing wants to spend more time here, and it's weird with you on the couch.
What?
Like, and then this is why I chose this. This next word is why I chose this.
Okay.
Dad ass? I assume dead ass when he forgot the D, and it says dad ass. Joshua, put dad ass on the screen.
Oh, no.
Rotate it around a couple of times.
I'm not. Fuck you.
Explosion.
No. This podcast goes out in a little over 12 hours, so let's calm the fuck down.
You can just drop it on top of
17 hours.
Okay,
Jesus.
like dad ass, I thank you for letting me stay, but it don't mean you can be here 2 years. 3 weeks is enough time to figure it out. After your house burned down.
Yeah.
3
you can't
weeks.
even usually find a fucking job in 3 weeks if you lose it. What makes you think getting another fucking house or like getting your insurance to pay out like actually whatever is beautiful.
But it don't mean you can be here 2 years. 3 weeks is enough time to figure it out. Like, I get it. The fire was fucked. My office burnt down too, bro.
Wow, that's the same as a house.
Yeah, it's the same. I can't even go to work. I have to work from home, dude. It sucks.
It sucks so badly. I don't have to drive in LA traffic. I'm so bummed out.
Bro, I don't have to go to work, but I'm getting paid for it anyway. I'm joking. I'm making shit up. That's probably not. It probably does suck, actually, if your work burns down. Yeah. My office burnt down too, bro, but like we're all moving on and it's time. What about the insurance? And also he misspells insurance like so bad.
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce it. And he had to correct it.
Oh, really? Okay, so
it's at the bottom.
Oh yeah, because unwujudisuend.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, you can't even.
I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
Insurance. And then OP goes, that's not even a realistic thing at this moment. It's being investigated with hundreds of other people who lost their house. Chances are I'm fucked. I just can't believe this shit. It's fine, though. It's your place, but don't think we are good after this. You literally said you can stay here as long as you need for free. I'll get my shit out tonight. I'm literally going to be homeless. You know this? And then the other guy, I think, such a shitty person, goes, come on, you'll be chill. Car camping, haha. car camping. It'll be fun.
You know the people that do the van life thing. They're
abusing
consent to it, but also they're pieces of shit.
They're abusing their children. Yeah.
Yeah, but if the solo van campers, whatever the fuck,
I don't even know. Some of them are abusing other people. I'm honest. I've seen a lot of them.
Rescinding everything I said. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a wow. There's an empathy problem. I think just be homeless.
It's all finna work out. Trust.
And what, like the Lord? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I'm praying for you. Already packed your stuff. No stress. You know what this reminds me of in the rehearsal? That guy that like crashed his car all the time.
Yes.
That was gonna like be a dad, and then he left halfway through.
Yeah. That was pretty much. Jesus.
They were all like, they believe in God and angel numbers and shit.
Yeah, but then there's
he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a dad or whatever.
I don't care if I smoke and drive and like drink and drive all the time, but also I do believe in the magic numbers.
And then also you couldn't handle the baby crying in the night, like the first night, like 20 minutes in, and then he just bounced.
Fuck that guy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they're still going on. We can't get over
still
it.
Happening, yeah.
Last I checked,
you gotta get over it, bro. It's over.
Like, yeah, I know other shit's gone on in the news. That doesn't stop a fire.
Dude,
when the New York Times writes a new headline, the fire isn't magically gone. You know.
Can we call the New York Times just like the gaslighting Times from now on?
Yeah,
because I mean, that's like the one newspaper that I can think of that's like COVID over. Pandemic is officially over.
Dude,
there's no genocide happening.
Totally, guys. Top story 8 hours ago. LA fires live updates. New threats of toxic ash target residents after rain. So I think the it's not the fires now. It's the
car
rain
camping.
and the ash and the mudslides. I remember someone on our Discord even said the mudslides.
Oh yeah, the mudslides. Yeah.
So like, it's still a huge climate disaster in the making.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can't just get over it.
Nope. Do you think this guy like May 2020 was like, guys, can we all just get over COVID?
Honestly, probably.
God, I don't want a mask forever.
Dude, 7 hours after that storm from last year ravaged fucking North Carolina. I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, one of my favorite YouTubers got a fucking tree through their house, but yeah, I mean, let's just get over it.
Yeah, so it affects me a little bit. Yeah,
but I mean, like, come on, just get a new house. Kicks feet. Like, just fucking get it.
Yeah.
Some people don't live in the real world, I think is what we're learning right now.
Some people are just incredibly selfish.
Yeah. And the Venn diagram for that is a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Asshole, you're not overreacting. I hope that guy gets whatever karma.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like being an atheist, but I do sometimes believe in karma.
It's like, you can't be this shitty forever, right? Without something bad happening to you.
I think there's a percentage of people that do that are just shitty forever, and then nothing bad happens. Like if Elon Musk dies peacefully in his sleep, I think that sucks.
That is fair. Yeah.
Surrounded by no one, I guess. I guess that'll be the karma, but it's also like that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, you're
not
right.
Enough. He needs to go to jail.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
something needs to happen to him. I don't know.
In prison. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I do think like there's a percentage of people that happens to, and it sucks. But I think my previous worldview was like 2% of people that happens to. You know, and then like eventually everything, like you can't do, like there's a percentage of crime you can do that scales based on the amount of money and power that you have before it tips over.
Yeah, and you're
into you reaping what you sow.
I mean,
like
listen,
for Bill Cosby, it was like 28 women.
Yeah, you know, you went one too many. And it was like, oh, now that you got a group chat. Yeah.
Yeah, now they all got a group chat with each other.
Bernie Madoff, like a couple billions too many.
Yeah.
Awful people, man.
Yeah, awful people. I think there's like there's a percentage, I think. But every year that percentage gets bigger and bigger. And my soul gets crushed more and more.
Yeah, smaller and smaller soul, yeah.
But you know, it's all a cycle, and I'm waiting for the tides to turn.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how long.
We'll see. Solved it, though.
It'll come back.
One day.
Justice will be had.
One day I'll get the...
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for beating my 25 male, girlfriend's 24 female, dad, 51 male, in a hot dog eating contest?
Asshole? According to who? Like to who? Like to your dad? To her dad?
Yeah.
Probably. To her? Maybe. Depends on if everyone thinks that the primate version of your brain is the one that's still in control or not.
Yeah, that's the 10%, yeah.
You have to beat up her father to win the approval of your girlfriend.
You gotta.
You have to, and it's through eating hot dogs.
Yeah, this is the...
Yeah.
What is that? Crazy Stupid Love, where it's Ryan Gosling versus Steve Carell or whatever?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I never watched the movie.
Me neither. I just remember the scene in the locker. Where
I
he's
remember
like,
the one where Ryan Gosling just takes his shirt off and then Emma Stone's like, fuck.
oh, yeah, with the rain. Yeah.
That's what I remember. Okay.
I do remember that too.
All right. Okay. Am I the asshole for beating my 25 male, girlfriend's 24 female, dad, 51 male, in a hot dog eating contest?
You're the asshole to the pigs.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
So the hot dog eating contest happened like 6 months ago during the summer, and I had no idea that I did anything wrong, but my girlfriend and I were arguing about something else, and she brought the contest up and said I had acted childishly, and I wanted to know if there was anything that I had to apologize for.
Okay.
This guy writes really like at a table, like, please tell me if I'm an asshole.
Please, tell me quick.
So basically, 6 months ago, my girlfriend invited me to a food festival in her hometown. The day I arrived, I learned that there would be a hot dog eating contest, and the prize would be a $100 gift card to a large tech retail store. You can just say Best Buy. Being a casual competitive eater in college, I decided it would be a fun idea to enter and signed up on the website. I guess it could have been Micro Center too, but whatever. I'm editing. I'm at a table telling you if I'm an asshole or not. I need to know. Okay. When I told my girlfriend's family I had entered the contest, my girlfriend's dad good-naturedly clapped me on my back and said, "Let the best man win." Apparently, my girlfriend's dad had won the hot dog eating contest for the last 4 years and was somewhat expecting to win again. Wanting the gift card, I decided to give the contest my all. I ate a bunch of hot dogs. I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing, but by the time I was done, I'd eaten 16 hot dogs in 5 minutes, beating my girlfriend's dad, who only ate 12 hot dogs.
That's still a lot.
That's still a lot, though. I'd still be proud.
Yeah.
When I was done, my girlfriend's brother Liam, 14 male, and a bunch of his friends mobbed me, calling me, quote, the Doggler. Giving...
This is fake. This is amazing. You made up your own nickname and story for yourself.
No, wait. Okay, so giving me high fives and clapping me on the back. Oh, fuck, this is fake.
No.
This is fake.
So sad.
They said I had dethroned the Doggler, pointing to my girlfriend's dad, and that I was the new Doggler.
No one was calling him the Doggler. Yeah. Come on.
Wait, hold on. That I was a real, quote, Glizzied Rizzler. I remember why I picked this story.
Fake. You're 12, and you should write novels.
Yeah, you should.
As an adult.
Yeah, you gotta foster the skill that you have. Parentheses or something like that.
Or something like that. I don't
remember it, but it did sound like Glizzied Rizzler. Yeah. Glizzied Rizzler. Fuck.
Oh,
God damn it. And that I was just shoving, quote, glizzy after glizzy down my gullet. They posed for pictures with me. It was weird, but kind of fun. I got this. I
guess I had a good time.
Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Later, my girlfriend's dad came up to me, shook my hand, and said I was good competition. He went home to do something in his wood shop, so I hung out with my girlfriend, Liam, and his friends.
That something was crying.
I mean,
something was crying sadly alone in the darkened corner of his wood shop.
Yeah. I read that the first time and was like, oh, fuck, is he going to be dead by the end of the story? I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. He went home to do something in his wood shop, so I hung out with my girlfriend, Liam, and his friends, going around to various food stalls and games. When we all ate dinner that night, the hot dog contest didn't come up at all, except for when Liam kept referring to me as the Doggler.
Oh my God.
And saying that he wanted to make a special Doggler shirt. Doggler shirt for me. We had a nice breakfast in the next morning. No sign that anything was wrong. Today, though, my girlfriend brought up in our argument that her dad was actually really wounded by losing the hot dog eating contest, but just didn't say anything to me. I said if I wasn't supposed to enter the contest, then was it really a contest at all?
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. You're taking
Your
the Doggler.
dad's not a man.
You're taking the Doggler throne a little too seriously here. Yeah.
All right.
And she said that it was less about the contest, but about the special Doggler shirt. Liam made his dad a Doggler shirt for the years he won the contest, but I got the Doggler 2024 shirt. Like it's the Super fucking Bowl. God, she said that her dad only wanted to win the contest to connect with Liam, and if anything, I should be able to understand the masculine ego. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
Weirdly, I'm gonna side with OP.
I get it.
Because, and I think this is a masculine thing about me, is if someone traps me in an argument about some stupid fucking shit that I did for a lark, for a fucking lark. I did that shit for a lark, and you're like, you entered the hot dog eating contest, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, we're arguing about something else, like something so stupid. I understand you know what? Hail Mary. You know what? Fuck you, we're breaking up about this. Like, that's the shit that would get me. I don't know why. It's like being in a real conversation about like I could get cheated on, and I would be like, listen, we're gonna get through this. Like an idiot. And then like the next time we argue and they're like, you ate my last grapefruit, I'm gonna be like, I can't deal with this anymore. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah,
fuck this. We're breaking up. I'm gonna go crush some fucking puss. I'm done with you. You're ridiculous. Like it needs to be stupid for me to break up.
Yeah, like that's absolutely ridiculously dumb. Yeah,
that's the line crossing thing for me.
I think okay. So I think the reason for me not the asshole is that you just didn't fucking know, and you were the one that was like egging on.
That's why it's fucking stupid. Yeah,
like I think there's other ways for
also
them
it's
to
Liam's
connect.
fucking fault.
Yeah,
he's the
Liam,
one bruising his dad's ego.
Yeah, that's really. That's the thing too, and like I don't want to blame a fucking teenager, right? Like a 14-year-old.
Blame the dad for not parenting his fucking son.
I think like I guess there's other like bonding things you can do with like between father and son, and like you can still
just like why can't and maybe this is just I'm a woman, I don't understand the male ego, but
that's what I'm here for.
Well, I just think it's fucking dumb. Like, why can't the dad just be like, Liam, stop it, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, like.
Well, just be like, Liam, can you not do that? Like, I understand I lost. I get it. But
can
like,
we not keep breaking this up? Yeah. Like,
I hate the tiptoeing around. If your dad is sad, he needs to fucking own it and be like, I'm a grown ass 50-year-old man. I'm sad about not eating as many hot dogs as my daughter's fucking boyfriend. It's a stupid thing to be sad about. It's okay to be sad.
No, yeah, I agree.
Sad. Liam, can you shut the fuck up about it? Stop rubbing it in my face.
Yeah, I think that's the real thing here. Is that's not really your fault. That like
you just entered a fucking contest,
and no one told you that it was an important thing.
And
for the
your dad was like, "Let the best man win." That to me, and once again, maybe I'm being too literal.
That's when like you turn around during the
social
duel
contract.
At number 8. Yeah, it's like
if I'm playing, and maybe I'm an ass. Maybe I'm an asshole. Honestly, maybe I'm an asshole. If I'm playing Tetris.
Yeah.
With a child. And the child is like, I'm the best at Tetris. Let's fight to the death with each other. And I'm like, I'm not going to be like, okay, I'll let you win. I'm going to be like, to the death it is, child. And I will crush you. You will see Tetraminos fall at a velocity you have never experienced in your life. I used to go head to head with the ranked Korean members of the Facebook Tetris app back when Facebook had games on it in 2008.
Dude, we gotta get you into the competitive Tetris. That's what you should be streaming. You should just be
I should be streaming Tetris
esports person. Yeah.
Yeah. I at like 12 years old was playing Tetris against people whose names I couldn't even pronounce anymore. That was the level of Tetris. You are not going to come into my house. You've only been alive for 8 years old. You don't even remember 9/11. And I am going to sit here and let you fucking win Tetris? That's ridiculous, especially after you twist the knife in my back and say, I'm the best at Tetris. I fucking think not. You're old enough to learn.
That just reminds me of the
You're old enough to fucking learn.
That reminds me of the Mike Birbiglia a bit, where it's like him and his like girlfriend at the time, and I think now wife, like being like, oh, let's play basketball together, and he's like, I'm not gonna do the thing. I'm not gonna do it. And she's like, what? It's like, oh, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm bad, like, you know, give you the win.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, just play like normal. And then he just like absolutely demolishes her. And then she's like, I didn't know you would take this so seriously. Or some shit.
I told you in the beginning. I'm not gonna do that.
And it's him being like, the points is what makes it a game. And it's such a good bit. Those Mike Birbiglia specials were so good.
Yeah, they are really good. What's crazy though is I also think Mike Birbiglia is a little bit of an asshole. So I am an asshole.
Yeah, you see the mirror and you're like, fuck that.
Sorry, I just remember I think there's just like a social I grew up with older brothers. We would play, Mario Kart. We would get to Rainbow Road. I'd throw my controller. They'd laugh and point at me. It was it's a molding social issue. All right?
Yeah.
Now, what that caused within me was to sit in my room and play Mario Kart on my GameCube
over and over
again. So I memorized fucking Rainbow Road.
Knew to always stay just in second right until the end so you didn't get blue shelled and fucking...
Yeah.
God.
Working my way up the CCs.
Yeah.
So that when the time comes and the new generation start to play the newest version of Mario Kart, and they're like, what's this? Rainbow Road? That looks pretty. And I'm like, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does, child. We should play together. Yes, it does, child. Please heal me.
What if the child was like,
heal me, child.
Let's just have a friendly, little race.
I think I could. I think I'm not so much of an asshole that I feel like I'd be like, oh, damn. I think it would also, I don't like being competitive.
No, yeah.
But I also don't like being told. Like, I don't like the feeling of losing so hard.
No, I feel like if someone else is like, hey, good, let's let the best man win, I would also be like, fuck, I gotta
time to turn it up to 11.
Yeah, it's like
that's the moment where I'm like, all right, fuck you.
It's the same. I have the same thing where like I don't like being confrontational and I don't like competition necessarily.
Yeah.
But if there's another fucking thing, if there's a chart with numbers on it,
yes,
put my ass at number 1 or else this is garbage.
Like we've been doing a thing every night. We used to do before the strike, the New York Times strike, and also the genocide.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
The New York Times games, we would play the Wordle and the connections. Fuck the connections, man.
Yeah,
and,
we've stopped doing that shit.
Yeah, well, we stopped, but we used to do it every night. And what was the third one that we would do? The one that was the word search one? Oh, God,
Mini?
I forgot it. Oh, yeah, we would do the mini, and there was a new one, though, that they did. Forgot what it doesn't matter, honestly. But we would do those every night. And over time, it started to be like you would get very competitive, and you'd be like, "This is my time."
Time, yeah.
Time.
Can we get time on the Sudoku?
And it started bothering me because you were just better at all of them, except for the connections.
Connections, I always sucked because I was like, I don't fucking know any of this shit.
And
give me logic puzzles.
We were pretty evenly matched, I will say.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think there would be phases where you'd be really good at the mini, and then I'd be really good at the connections, and then I'd be really good at the mini, and you'd be really good at the
we really kind of passed the baton that way, back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because like I've seen us both get very competitive with each other.
Oh yeah.
But also we've both been like, so what? I lost. I don't care. But it's also not like so what? I don't care.
Little does she know, I've kept every loss in my back, in my little black book of losses, and I've been saving them for this moment. January 2020.
Josh's little black book of losses that he's been saving for this very moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You
embossed on the cover. Josh's little black book of losses.
Sarah, check your pocket.
Oh no! No. Okay. But yeah, I do feel like you're more competitive than me.
Yeah. I'm an egomaniac.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's fair to say at this point. I think. If I hear my name mentioned in any way, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying about me? Let's go.
It's so weird because I think I'm just confident, and I think that bothers people because then they feel like they need to crush me. But really, I'm just confident.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think you're very confident. Yeah,
because I'm incredibly self-aware in that I fuck up. I think 99% of the time. I think I'm a fuck up in a funny way.
Okay, yeah.
Which is where I think a lot of my charisma comes from, is from being like, haha, I fucked up.
Hell yeah.
And then sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong. And, you know.
That's how it is, though, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been trying to get to that kind of nirvana rather than getting mad that I would be fucking up and people would be telling me. But there's a cycle where if enough people tell me I'm wrong, I'm like, okay, can you all shut up? Maybe like there's a level where it's like if I'm wrong enough, I'm so self-aware of it that if everyone else is like, there's a time period where it's usually when I'm depressed. I'll be more wrong, and then people will be like, hey, I don't know if you know that you're wrong, and they'll say it in a very like they mean to teach me things, and I'll be like, hey, I don't know if you know that you're annoying. Believe it or not, I fucking know actually that I'm wrong all the time. I don't know why I'm wrong. I don't know why it comes out of me. I try to be right, but please just acknowledge that I'm trying, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then that's what happens, but people mistake that for me being egocentric. When no, it's just please, dear God, I'm trying to be happy so hard, and you're making it impossible. You're making it impossible for me.
Yeah, fair.
But it comes off as I'm an egocentric asshole that's mad at you for telling me that I'm wrong.
Yeah, I
you know what I mean?
I understand. I think I have the opposite problem where like I have no self-esteem. Like
right.
Not super confident, but I have to play it up like this fake confidence. And then sometimes someone comes in, it's like, you look like you're 40, and I'm like, hide it. Don't give it to them.
Those are the things that don't bother me anymore. It's like someone will come in and be like, you're fat. And I'm like, I know. But if it's a legitimate, like, hey, you're wrong about that ferret thing, I'm going to stay up forever and think about it.
Yeah, that's never going to leave your conscious mind.
Yeah. So it's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah. But see, because that's why I'm the egomaniac, is because I want people to like me. Whoops.
I mean, you have a lot of literature on that. I don't have anything on mine, so. Solved it, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know how we got here. Not the asshole.
NTA, I don't think so. What about the male psyche? Do you think, like,
I think if this
what
is
would
anything,
you do in that situation?
I feel like I would talk to someone. I think this is the thing that we have to, this is the patriarchal thing where it's like dudes just won't tell their feelings, you know?
Yeah.
Or they will just say like, oh, it bummed me out, but they won't tell the other person to like stop doing the thing that's bumming them out, even if it's like, which is, I know it's hard because like it's your kid or whatever, but like, but that's also a bad example for your kid. Like if you can't be emotionally intelligent in front of your kid.
I think so, yeah. I think that's making the kid non-emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it could be a learning moment, you know, and just be like...
For everyone involved.
And yeah, and I do genuinely think there are other ways, though, that you can connect with your kid that will make your kid like you, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too. My question is, what was the argument initially about?
I want to know that, too, because I don't know. We don't know.
And I think there's a lot of information missing on if you were an asshole in the argument.
Yeah.
Because, like, what was it about? Was it about, like, you were doing other childish shit, and then this is an example of you being childish?
I think that was mentioned. Let me double check.
Or was it, like, something else, and then she's just pulling examples to make you feel bad? Because if that's the case, you're not the asshole in that argument. Because that's underhanded. You might have done something shitty,
but then
that's not included in the post, which I think is inherently shitty.
That's kind of shitty, yeah.
But if she's underhandedly just throwing in examples of like, you did this thing that you didn't know was bad, and now you should feel bad, I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I think if you're mad at your partner and you want to talk to them about your frustrations, you should talk about what your frustrations are.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I'm also like, why did it take 6 months to bring this up?
That is also, it's like...
Holy communication issues.
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah.
Now solved it, yeah.
Now solved
I'd say not the asshole.
Yeah. All right, this is from r/bad roommates.
Ooh.
Roommate left $40 steak to marinate on the bottom rack of oven at room temp for hours. Didn't see it. She's mad at me.
Okay, so recap real quick.
Roommate left $40 steak to marinate on the bottom rack of oven at room temp for hours. Didn't see it. She's mad at me.
Don't you, if you're marinating something, don't you put it in the fridge? Usually. Do you marinate steak?
You can.
Okay. I know you do, because I guess I'm thinking chicken more than anything else right now, but okay.
Yeah, well, because we don't have the money for steak. That's why.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. It was in a small black silicone baking dish that blended in and far back enough that I didn't notice it when I checked to make sure the oven was clear before I turned it on around 4:30. She was last in the kitchen around 3:30. I smelled smoke while it was preheating that smelled like fish, ? And I assumed something she'd made earlier had dripped, so I turned it off.
Okay, now I get it. Okay, I see what happened. Okay.
Then I got an angry knock on my door at 7, and she asked if I used the oven, and I said yes, but it was 3 hours ago, and I was very confused. Then she showed me the burnt steak, which increased in price from $25 to $30 to $40 in the span of 5 minutes.
Oh my God. All right.
I'm on your side,
yeah,
bro.
Never mind. If you're lying about the price
I
badly.
like you.
Well, actually, wait, hold on. I need to include the taxes. Hold on. Oh, actually, it was by pound too. So if I had gotten more, it would have.
Well, technically, the marinade was really expensive. So
if the Long Island dressing was $5
and with inflation
since yesterday. Actually, it's $1 million if you think about it in 1972 money.
And, pain and suffering. So I apologized profusely and said I'd pay her back, and she wouldn't let me. So I'm just going to buy a gift card and slide it under her door. We're both gone a lot. We've never had a problem. But according to someone else who's known her for longer, she starts stuff with everybody she lives with eventually. So it's just a matter of time. And the fact that she hasn't yet in 3 months is probably because we don't cross paths often. She definitely has a habit of claiming the kitchen as her own. She's commandeered one of the 2 sinks and leaves dishes for days. The worst was when she fried crawfish and then the pot was on the counter next to the sink when she was away for 2 days.
What?
The smell almost made me gag and I was about to wash it myself. Glad you didn't. Whatever. I'm happy to pay $40 to not have her hold a grudge forever. Edit, y'all have definitely vindicated me and I'm no longer planning to pay her back because what on earth?
Yeah, no.
Good.
Yeah.
Also good to know her expectation that her roommates check a cold oven before preheating it is apparently silly.
Yeah, that's silly.
It is silly.
If I had to start checking the oven, if I ever have to cook,
crazy.
I would be like, okay, something has gone horribly wrong in this relationship and our trust of each other. We should go to couples counseling, I think.
6 going on 7 years. That's all it takes.
That's it, baby.
That's awesome. I mean, you're right about that, though, is the thing.
I want to cook a goddamn frozen pizza. I shouldn't have to worry about a steak marinating.
If I'm leaving stuff in the oven and you have to, I'm telling you instead of going to my psychiatrist and asking for better ADHD pills.
I should be a little upset. Yeah, so just a little bit. Yeah.
Good Lord. Okay, the only reason I checked is because a previous roommate used to leave a pizza stone in the oven sometimes, so I made sure to check just in case.
That's different. Okay, if it's a pizza stone, like
it is different
because like that's an actual utilitarian thing.
That I can understand.
It's not
I think.
Food.
Yeah.
That you should have put in the goddamn fridge. And I assume.
The only thing I can think of is proofing.
Okay, all right then.
Because sometimes a recipe will tell you to preheat an oven, turn it off, and then put like a dough in the oven to like speed up the proofing.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that too. Because I remember at, when I was working at Annie Ann's, we would put the dough if we needed to rise quickly, put it on top of the oven as opposed to inside of it, so that way it would warm up. But
that's a timed thing, and you should only really be doing that if you
shouldn't
around.
be waiting 5-7 hours checking in.
Marinating I get, you can throw it in, but it should be in the freezer.
Yeah, no, because
not in the freezer, sorry, in the fridge.
Yeah,
freezer would be
that
crazy.
Shit.
Freeze
Just
that
have a
shit.
big block of steak and marinade.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, also technically speaking, and this is from I hate
it would go
breaking
bad,
it up.
Right?
4 hours is how long you should leave things out if they're at room temp or not in like when we was at Universal or Disney. It's like above a certain temperature or below a certain temperature.
Dude, if you want to get rage baited like for fun, what you should do is go on to like food storage r/food storage or something, and you should fucking read about, or like I think it's called like is this bad, or has this food gone bad, or something like that.
No, I can't do that.
And you should just fucking read what people will eat. Cause wow, I've gone on there many times.
I don't want to puke anymore, Sarah.
Dude, it's someone was like, oh, it was cream cheese. I looked one up with cream cheese, and I was like, how long can you keep cream cheese out? And it was like 4 hours, right? Was the regular shit.
But even then, like cold stuff, it's like I feel like I'd be uncomfortable with that.
Motherfuckers were talking about they threw a block of cream cheese in their backpack, went on a hike for multiple days, or went camping for days.
You told me about that one, I think.
Yeah, and then they would just cut off the parts that got moldy and throw it away.
So, apparently, depending on the type of cheese, you can do that.
It depends on how it was processed.
Liquefied cheese that spreads and congeals and like mixes with itself, I probably wouldn't.
I mean, I just go off of what you say, and I will say probably if you're a listener and you're like, I've eaten that and I haven't gotten sick, fine. I don't want to open this can of worms. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Your stomach different than my stomach. Yeah.
Josh operates his entire life as if he was working in a kitchen, and I agree with him. Personally, so our relationship is fine.
Yeah, so it works out. Yeah,
I don't have to think about it. I just ask, "Hey, Josh, is this good or bad? It's been out for this many hours." And Josh
I get the apron on. And
no,
yeah,
and it's perfect.
I have the erasable markers on the fridge with all the different times of when things are.
Yeah,
God, we had to do that at Annie Ann's too.
Oh, really?
The pretzels can only be out for 45 minutes before getting stale at Annie Ann's.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a stale thing as opposed to a like food safety thing. Like you could still eat them.
Is it crazy
I could still eat them.
that I stopped playing Project Zomboid because they turned off the electricity and water in the game and it got too hard? And now you just saying that food getting stale, I remembered that there's food in my fridge in Project Zomboid that's getting stale, and I am like, oh, I can't wait to put that into my compost bin. And now I want to play it again.
Yeah, dude, awesome. Hell yeah.
Just a little side tangent and a look into my brain.
Yeah, but not the asshole. Sorry, not the asshole. Yeah, solved it though.
Also, a black silicone thing, and you shove it into the back. Are you trying to waste food?
Yeah,
that's like why. Why would you do that?
Jesus,
I just don't get that.
Am I the asshole for asking my roommate to stop bringing people over?
Okay.
This is also one that's in poo mode. Let's find out why.
All right.
My college roommate, 20 female, invited some friends over to our apartment. I, female to male 19, don't mind this at all. I'm happy she has friends and people. The people she invited are people I get along with.
Nice.
The issue is when she said it was okay for them to stay in the apartment after we both left for class. The guy she left in our apartment is someone I have never met before.
Okay.
I grew up in a really awful situation and I am very uncomfortable with new people, especially in my space.
Makes sense.
I talked to my roommate about this. I told her that I was uncomfortable and would appreciate if she didn't have people we didn't know very well stay alone in our apartment. Everything I own is in this apartment. My cats are in this apartment. This is my home. She lives here during the school year and goes home during the summer and breaks. She got upset that I asked her not to bring people we barely know to our apartment when we aren't here. She said I was being hypocritical because I bring people over she doesn't know. I explained that I don't mind if she brings people over. I only mind if she leaves them here alone. She said I was being an ass. Am I in the wrong?
No, I don't think so.
Update.
Okay.
I brought it up with her and we talked and she apologized. She doesn't think of our apartment as her home because her home is with her parents and just didn't consider it. She promised it wouldn't happen again. It's only my name on the lease, so if it does happen again, I'll tell her to find somewhere else to live.
Makes sense.
In the meantime, I added a lock to my bedroom door and I ordered a cat door so they can hide out in there undisturbed if anything like this happens again.
All right, yeah.
Why is that in poo mode?
Why is that? Is it female to male?
I don't know, genuinely.
I mean, I think this is also something where it's different for everybody.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
Like, some people are literally like, who cares? I don't care. But it's, if you're someone that has like very lax boundaries like that, it is a very lax boundary. Like, we do have to admit, like, I would be, I usually have incredibly lax boundaries with people. Like, I've lived in pigsties of my own creation, of other people's creation. I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
One time I had a roommate where him and his girlfriend got high, and then we both went to, like, before she got high, she drove us to Walmart where he ran around high. And this is before COVID, so it's like
I remember
2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we were running around looking at stuff, and he was asking me, like, do you think she wants to marry me? And I'm like, I don't know, man. And he's like, I love her so much. And I'm like trip sitting him essentially in a Walmart while we're picking up frozen pizzas for them, not for me.
Yeah, so why are you there? Yeah.
I don't know. I had a great time. Weirdly enough, but that's the thing. It sounds like a nightmare. I had a wonderful time because I'm quite a chill, companionable person.
Yeah.
And then I went home and then I made them their frozen pizza because they both got high, and I didn't eat it. And then I went to bed, and I that was a really fun time in my life. I still like it.
Okay, all right.
But when I tell people that, they're like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, like...
And I wouldn't expect them to do it either. But it's just like sometimes you want to do weird shit.
Yeah.
And I get it. I'm that kind of person. Sometimes you're cool with just strangers being in your house. That was definitely the type of... there was one time I came home, same house, a random guy.
Yeah, I remember. Is this... Do you only have like one random guy? Because I remember one
multiple.
of them. Okay,
many times. Many times. Just sleeping on the couch. I don't even know. Woke up, he's gone. No one told me about it ever. No idea. But I had a lock on my door, so I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
But it's okay if you do give a shit.
Yeah.
And if you're someone with lax boundaries like me, you need to not put your boundaries on other people. Like, you can't be like, hey, I'm okay with it. Why aren't you okay with it? You should feel shame for not being as cool as me. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're cool still.
No,
they're fine. They just have different boundaries. They have a different experience in their life.
Yeah.
You can't do that to people. Yeah. And it's something like, okay, yeah, maybe you grew up in a situation where it was
like not have privacy.
Your mom had boyfriends around all the time or something, and something bad happened to you. That's extremely valid. It's extremely valid if you never went through something
and you just don't like it.
And you're just weirded out by it.
Yeah.
That's totally fine,
I will
too.
say, I think I would be weirded out by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like, who the fuck are these people?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's different strokes for different folks, honestly. And they did the perfect thing where they talked about it, and then the other person did the right amount of introspection and was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't remember if the update was there, but I do enjoy the stories where it's like, oh, we like, especially over things that are like not like
it's a
I
good
murdered
example.
your dog in an update. We worked it out.
We worked it out.
No, it's like
they
I
didn't
like
apologize, and I accepted their non-apology.
Yeah, like, you know, I do enjoy the ones that are like, oh, they actually worked it out in the end. That's nice. Yeah, there's hope now.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of communication like this, it's like, especially if it is something that's stupid, like it can. This I don't think is stupid.
I don't think it's stupid, no, yeah.
But like the hot dog eating one, I'm still stuck on it. The hot dog eating one, if it's something stupid like that.
We joke about you having the banana in your head, and now the audience will now have hot dog, yeah.
Now it's going back and forth between banana, hot dog.
Banana, how about a banana hot dog? A banana and a hot dog
in my
bun.
mind, it's split down the middle.
Ooh, okay, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, sorry.
I think it's also... defining where home is hard when you're in college and you're that young. How old were they? It was like 19, right?
20 and 19.
Yeah. When you're that young and you're like, maybe you're just out of the house or something, you went off for college, and it's like a lot of people think of their dorms that way, and some people think of it as like, no, this is my new home. And it's different for everybody, and it's going to change over the years, too. Like, a lot of those... My first ever dorm mate in college, she treated her dorm like a closet. Like, she just hung out with her friends, and I didn't even know. She didn't tell me because she was out all the time, but she joined a sorority. So she was, like, at the sorority house all the time. I thought she fucking hated me because she was never around. Turns out, no. She essentially had, like, another class. And she was just busy all the time, and she would come in randomly and get her clothes and put it away.
Yeah.
And no, she's a perfectly fine human being. It was just like, everyone I talked to was like, oh, she's probably like a cold bitch. And I'm like, she's just mean to you or whatever. And I was like, oh, damn, she seemed really nice.
Yeah.
No, she was just like doing stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's one time she came in and she was like, man, that it felt so weird. And she's like looking at herself in the mirror and I'm like, what? She goes, oh, I got a tattoo. And I was like, what? What the hell?
How the fuck did this happen? Yeah.
Yeah. And then she goes, yeah, I got a tattoo of like the coordinates of the place in Haiti where I like helped a bunch of children with my church. And I was like, what?
Fucking just complete like
Who
mind
are
fuck.
you?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why don't you tell me anything? And it's just like, she's just bad at communication. It wasn't a bad person.
Yeah, no, those are two different things actually.
Yeah.
Two different phrases mean two different things.
Yeah, it's just people are on different levels, you know?
Yeah, and people have different boundaries.
Yeah.
And we should respect everyone's boundaries, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So 90% of problems can be solved by communication. Not everything is so bad as the Reddit stories that we pick and choose from the internet because they're insane.
Sometimes we take a lighter story, you know?
Yeah.
That was a lighter story.
Yeah.
Solved it.
I would also be like a little weirded out.
I would be weirded out for sure, man.
There was one time she had her boyfriend over and from high school because it was like I think they were going to break up or something. And her boyfriend came over and they like slept in the bed together and everything. And the beds in a dorms, both beds are in the same room.
Yeah.
Luckily it was like a school that was quite wealthy, so it had like larger than normal dorms. So I was like, I didn't care. He came over, whatever. I wake up, I go to the bathroom, I come out, he's standing there in boxers. I think it's the first time I've seen a man in real life that it isn't like I'm related to.
Oh, like just basically in their
like
underwear?
Essentially in their underwear.
Yeah.
And this is like a quarterback at like a school. So this is just like this ripped motherfucking dude. That's my dorm mate's boyfriend.
Jesus.
And he's flipping through my art sketchbook.
Oh my God.
On my desk.
That's crazy.
And I was like, can you fucking stop?
Yeah.
And he was like, you drew this? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I put it away at my desk and I'm like, I'm gonna leave. And then I had to find out where to get breakfast at 7 a.m.
Like, fuck, I can't cook myself anything. God damn it.
Nothing's open because it's a shitty town.
But nothing's, yeah.
Everything opens at 9 and closes at 9.
Like God intended, yeah. Ridiculous, man.
And I'm from a city where everything closes at 12 a.m. and some shit's 24 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm starving.
God. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Like, I don't even know what the fuck to do. It's all different for everybody, I guess, is my point.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to share that because I think about it all the time and I'm like, that was fucking weird. What was he even doing?
I don't know, man.
Because she was there too. He wasn't like hitting on me. It was just like
looking at your art, snooping around. Weird.
I guess.
Yeah.
And it was like literally 5 minutes of me being away.
That's silly.
That is silly. Stop being silly.
Stop being silly, dude.
No, I'm joking.
All right, solved it.
Okay, am I the buttface for canceling my trip my friend insisted on paying for after she withheld key details?
Ooh, okay.
I, 39 male, have a friend, 52 female, of 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah. We were very close in the past. She met all my exes and came to my wedding, but we've grown distant over the last 7 years. Recently, she's been trying to reconnect and suggested we travel together since she doesn't like traveling alone. We both live in London, and she invited me to visit Istanbul with her. I'm between jobs, and initially told her I couldn't afford to go. She offered to pay for everything, flights, hotels, food, and activities, because she wanted to spend time with me.
Okay.
I helped her in many ways in the past, so it didn't feel strange accepting. She insisted it would be fun and a chance to reconnect. I agreed and offered to cover around 20% of the cost.
Okay.
After booking the trip, she mentioned going to a clinic for a facial procedure. This made me uneasy, so I asked for details. At first, she refused, saying it was quote-unquote bad luck to talk about it.
I've never heard of that before, but okay.
Over days, she revealed it involved taking skin from her mouth and possibly her ear, and admitted they might also do eyelid surgery. I felt blindsided and used. She apologized, saying she hid it because she didn't want opinions about her surgery. I raised concerns about travel insurance, but she dismissed them, saying insurance, quote unquote, attracts bad things.
What?
And making me feel guilty for being negative.
What?
She insists I won't need to care for her, just walk her from the clinic to the hotel after anesthesia.
So you just... okay. Okay. You just got hired to be a nanny. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, or a nurse, yeah.
Nurse, yeah, sorry.
But then she said she won't be able to eat or sleep well for days, and the surgery is scheduled for day 2, leaving no time for activities. At one point, she joked about getting liposuction, a butt lift, and implants, which made me question how honest she's been. She's later claimed it was a joke, but by then it felt like too much. She hasn't mentioned a backup plan if I cancel, and I haven't offered to reimburse her for the flight yet. The trip is next week. Canceling now would mess up her plans and cost her extra money, but after 7 years of distance, it feels like she only reached out because no one else would help. I had accepted this friendship was over, and now I feel used. I'm even tempted to ghost her out of resentment. Am I the butt-faced if I cancel and risk ending the friendship for good? Should I offer to reimburse her for the ticket? And then there's an update.
Okay.
Update, thanks for the feedback. I'm usually very cautious about accepting gifts or favors unless I know the person extremely well, but this situation reminded me that we can often be wrong about people's hidden intentions. After reflecting, I've decided to skip this trip and gradually phase her out. It made me realize she's no longer someone I can trust or rely on. I told her it would be best for her to hire a local nurse, as I'm not comfortable going since there wouldn't be much time for us to actually hang out. I also mentioned that my aunt had the same surgery, parentheses, which is true, and shared that recovery isn't as easy as she seems to think, adding details based on my aunt's experience. Istanbul is affordable to travel to from London, and even though I'm not working at the moment, I could still go on my own with cheap flights and cheap Airbnb if I wanted to. I visited last March to check out a shooting range. Instead, I plan to visit a good friend in Munich this April, a great police officer I met during Mai Tai camp in Thailand last year, where we spent 10 incredible days together. We've stayed close and have weekly video calls. He even offered to lend me money so I could join him in Thailand this January, though I politely declined.
Oh, okay. That is... Wow, okay.
I find it incredibly fucked up that this person is like already like, obviously there's something going on with them in the past where they're like, I don't accept gifts from people. Like, obviously people have tried to give me gifts with hidden intentions before.
Yeah.
Now my friend of 16 years is doing the exact same thing to me after not really speaking to me for 7 years. Like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, that's really fucked up, man.
Like, it's not about the surgeries at all.
No, yeah, it's about the... It is about the lying about, like...
It's about the nurse. Like, he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Exactly. And, like, you're saying, like, this... Dude,
like a nightmare trip.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like, I mean, it's good that you still travel, like, in general from what it sounds like, but, like, going to fucking... I think this is a new place, right? You didn't mention Istanbul,
Istanbul, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't mention that in the update.
I think he said that he'd been to Istanbul in May to do a shooting range. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. But I mean, if it's just for that, and then like you haven't seen anything else, though.
Yeah,
like,
it's obviously this guy's like, I want to hang out with my friend.
Yeah, and then meanwhile,
she's like, no, I'm gonna get surgeries.
Yeah, and that's like not okay.
It's not.
That's just not okay. I don't know. Yeah, like that's
especially if you're like dedicated to being like. And then it's the guilt tripping around it. Like, as I get older, as I talk to my friends more, the most drama that happens with friends and like friendships and stuff, I don't have, because I know when people are trying to manipulate me most of the time. And I think oftentimes the thing that I check in with on myself is this person making me feel like they think I'm dumb? Because that's what manipulation is. People are manipulating you. When they are manipulating you, they're saying, I think you're dumb, I can manipulate you.
And do whatever I want with you, and yeah.
But that's the issue with manipulation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I think I can control you and I know better than you, or I think you're stupid and I can tell you what to do. And I can manipulate you into doing what I want.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I feel like that, then I'm out.
Yeah, no, and
I'm not going to feel guilty about it ever. And so it doesn't happen to me often, but sometimes it'll happen to friends that are like really well-meaning.
And then you like hear the little like red flags
And
going
I'm
on,
like, bro, they're trying to control you like real bad. But they have their own intuition because they're smart people, and they're like, well, I mean, they're just regular people. They're also smart, but they have the regular intuition of like, oh, I'm being controlled right now. This person's trying to get a response out of me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Actually, I don't like this. And they feel the feeling of, I don't like that. And they don't have the tools to combat it.
Yeah.
And then what's fucked up is the other person will double down and be like, you're a bad person for even questioning me.
Yeah, and then to make you feel bad and then like second guess what you're doing.
You're a bad friend.
Yeah.
And then this person will be like, am I a bad friend?
No,
and that's like, this is my whole job. It's my whole life. No, if your listen to your body. Your body is telling you that you don't like the situation.
So fucking,
you're allowed to leave.
Yeah. Your body does know, and like there is a little subconscious, like if you're already questioning like, am I like a bad friend? I think there should be an alarm bell in your head that's like,
yeah,
why am I questioning this?
If someone has a problem with you, if your friend has a problem with you, a genuine problem, I think it would be a bad friend. They want to continue the friendship. They will come to you and say, "Hey, listen."
They'll communicate.
Yes.
They won't pin it on you. They won't
try to shame you into going with something.
Yeah, no shame or guilt. It's just like,
especially if there's money involved, especially if there's like a trip involved, some sort of life change or something like that. Yeah.
God, yeah, and also, yeah, the idea of like getting your entire trip paid for too, and like that's another control thing, basically. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm paying for this trip, so therefore you have to do everything for me.
And then people will be like, well, then you're just kind of shooting a gift horse in the mouth. Like, you could have a free trip. Who cares?
Who cares if you gotta walk her to and fro and also help her out recover and
yeah, and it's like you take the manipulation on its face of, oh, this is cool, she's paying for you, she's such a good friend because of all the money that she's throwing at you. But yeah, you're kind of ignoring that OP doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
OP is allowed to not want to do things.
Yeah, you can say no to things.
Everyone's allowed to not want to do things.
Yeah. This isn't the movie Yes Man. You don't have to. Yeah, that.
In fact, that's kind of what Yes Man's about.
At some point,
okay to say no.
Yeah.
Like it's a balancing act.
Exactly.
You can't say no to everything. You can't say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about listening to what you fucking want to do, bro.
Yeah, and it's so wild to me, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. Thankfully,
it's weird because I think I attract friends like this that are because of how I grew up. It was a very like crazy logic controlling thing. So I attract people that go through shit like this because once they learn that I've been through it, they're like, what do you like? What's the playbook?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know I'm in a game of football and you're a coach.
Yeah,
so please tell me how to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I will tell them. And most of the time I'm like, how do you feel? Like, what are you feeling?
Yeah.
Are you mad? And a lot of it starts from just telling them it's okay to be mad.
Yeah.
At a friend. Because a lot of people feel like it's not okay.
Yeah, people see like being mad as like a really negative, like
there's something wrong with you that you're mad at them somehow, which is awful.
Yeah, you should be able to have a healthy relationship with all your emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's constantly being told that it's not okay to be mad in public. And especially it's for different types of people, like stereotypes like, ooh, black people are angry and violent. And so if you're black and you're in public, you're not allowed to be any sort of extreme emotion.
Like perfect minority, right? Like that kind of, I get what you mean.
And a lot of it is like, no, your friend's manipulating you.
Yeah.
Of course they're white. And they're trying to be like...
And they're using their white privilege to try and get a one-up on you in front of everyone else.
Stop yelling when you're like talking normal.
Yeah, like
at a regular decibel level.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I have to be like, dude, you literally never yell. And when you do, it's like, when you're in a car and someone almost killed you.
Yeah, or you're excited for something like
It's valid shit.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. You never actually do, and you're allowed to actually. But
Yeah. No yelling ever.
no yelling ever. You're not allowed.
Too bad.
Like one of my friends was told to be civil.
Oh yeah, that's
I almost went off a damn bridge.
yeah. That's that when you told me that too, I was like, okay, you're being
Yeah, everyone that he told that was like, that's fucking racist.
that's
We can all
racist.
just
yeah,
tell.
we could yeah.
Yeah.
What was the race of the person saying it? White. Okay, yeah, racist. Yeah, that's
Ooh, interesting.
yeah, curious.
It's just crazy how you can just tell.
Yeah. Got that sense, man.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, man. I'm fascinated with stuff like this because, like, why the fuck the excuses make no sense.
Yeah.
Travel insurance brings bad things. It's bad luck to talk about a surgery beforehand.
Or yeah, and like also, but still also hiding it like after it's been talked about. Like that's
so then the reality of it is I booked something. I didn't get any travel insurance. So if you cancel, I lose money now.
yeah,
And you're an asshole. Even because I didn't get travel
and
insurance.
because I told you about my surgery, if it goes bad, it's your fault because you decided to talk about it.
And if you say that you don't want to be my nurse, actually what that is you're upset at me for getting surgery. When no, what you're actually saying is I don't want to be your nurse. Because I want to go and enjoy
On
my vacation.
and like sit by the goddamn pool. Just
It's like I view it as one of those situations where it's like you remember that one about the wife that was that woman that was a author and her husband was like, it'll be a family vacation.
yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
And she was saying that she felt like if she said, hey, no, this is a business thing, I don't want to, have to watch my baby during my job, he would be like, wow, you really just want to abandon me with the kid.
Yeah, that's a very manipulative, like...
Yes, it is manipulative.
Yes.
And that's one of those clear-cut ways where you can interact with people in a comment section on some fucking website where people are going to be like, well, she should take care of her kids. She's not doing her wifely duties.
Why is this on poo mode right now? That's weird. That's really...
Why is this on poo mode? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I wonder why.
God.
But yeah.
Yeah, not the asshole. Man.
NTA, and I'm glad that you're not going.
Yeah, honestly.
She fucked herself.
No, yeah, for sure. I stepped on this rake, and it's your fault.
How insane is it to book a surgery, not care about any of the aftercare about it?
Yeah, and then just assume
Yeah.
that you're going to get someone to look after you.
That I would never... You just didn't do your job.
Yeah. You didn't plan any of this shit, man.
No.
All right, final story of the night, everybody.
Woo!
Thank God.
God.
All right, okay.
I can't wait for this one, man. I've been waiting for this whole time. It's
Yeah.
got to be a banger if it's the last one.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for dipping lasagna into hot sauce? Let's go.
Let's fucking go. I'm powering up.
This one, not poo mode.
Everyone agrees.
Everyone agrees on this, apparently, yeah. Yeah, I think probably, I don't know. I, 20 female, love hot sauce and put it on most things. I live with my husband, 22 male. For the last couple of days, his mother has been in the area, and yesterday she asked if she should come around and cook for us before heading home. Since neither of us were working, we agreed and offered to help her so we can all cook and eat together, and it's less work for her.
That's nice.
She refused and said she wanted to do something nice for us, and also refused us helping with the cost. Parentheses, she went grocery shopping specifically for this.
Okay.
She arrives early in the day and spends 8 hours on making lasagna.
Oh my God.
Not all of this was active cooking time. Most was just the meat sauce simmering. But even then, she was saying how she wished she had overnight to prepare for it. We have an apartment and there wouldn't be room for her to stay overnight. I am grateful for the time she spent and thanked her multiple times. Although her coming around for such a long period was more than we had discussed and did mean we had to reschedule some plans we had made for earlier that day, it comes time to eat and we have the lasagna and roast potatoes. This is when the problem started. We keep condiments in the middle of the dinner table, and I put some hot sauce on my plate. Dip a potato in, dip the lasagna in. Made eye contact with my mother-in-law, and she looks at me like I'm eating a human baby. Puts down her plate, pushed it away and begins getting ready to leave. I asked her what's wrong, and she tells me that she, quote, never been so disrespected before by any of my son's women, and that she spent
my son's women? NTA.
Is it going to surprise you that Reddit
Are you
went everyone's shitty
or something?
here?
Like, wow. Holy shit.
Would it surprise you if I said people agreed on everyone's shitty here?
Because she ate eating
People
lasagna dipped in hot sauce.
In the comments, they were literally like, as calling your fucking wife.
We're cooked.
Yeah.
We're cooked.
They were like, well, it's actually funny and insulting when people have hot sauce. It's like, you don't think I seasoned it right. And that she spent...
Well, then season it better. I don't know, honey. Shit, fuck.
Got a little spice, dude. Price.
You had 8 hours. You could have seasoned it better. I can make lasagna in like an hour and a half.
Jesus. All right, I asked her what's wrong, and she tells me she has never been so disrespected before by any of my son's women.
Wow.
And that she spent 8
what a
hours...
cushy fucking life.
And that she spent 8 hours slaving away just for you to ruin it with that crap.
You ruined me.
My husband did defend me, but my mother-in-law has now begun a narrative in his family that I'm ungrateful. I'm not sure if what I did was actually wrong or not. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not. And fuck everyone that says everybody's shitty.
And everyone's
here.
like, I get it. That's the first comment, by the way, is, I get it. I'm married to a hot saucer, but it sucks when you have worked hard on addition, they immediately dump a bunch of hot sauce on it.
It literally doesn't suck. You know what sucks? Getting shot in the face.
That does suck. I agree with that.
That actually would suck.
That would suck to have happened to you. Yeah.
You know what does suck? Getting fucking deported, bro.
Dude, going to Chili's, getting fries, and then putting
the waiter
ketchup.
being like, hey, how dare
you put ketchup on this?
Bro, who fucking cares? You're eating food. If you ate the food, that's good. If you don't eat the food, it's bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would never, like, if we had like sriracha still and like I was still making my mac and cheese.
Everything.
Yeah,
I put it on fucking everything.
I wouldn't be upset.
I will make any sort of pasta. Josh will put Parmesan on it.
So much Parmesan on it.
Constantly.
Yeah.
There have been times in our living together where Joshua will have his own bottle of Parmesan that he gets to himself because he loves Parmesan that much.
I like cheese.
He does. And I can't impress this out to you. I don't fucking care. It's not a boundary that you can expect on other people.
Yeah.
If you say, I make this, please don't put fucking hot sauce on it. I guess, but only if they're like, what? I'm not allowed to eat the way I want to fucking eat,
yeah,
bro?
And it's like, yeah, you did work 8 hours on it, but you're also complaining about it the entire time when also you were offered help and also to pay for the food, like help it get paid for the food or like whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you weren't really actively cooking either. It was mostly just sitting around waiting for the not the hot sauce, the hot meat sauce. Yeah. And like, it's just,
now you know how to make your mom leave. How to make your mother-in-law leave your house.
Start chugging it like after you have like a little. I also think not the asshole rereading that because like Sons Women kind of does a lot of the leg work.
Sons Women, bro?
Sons Women does a lot of legwork on how shitty of a fucking mother-in-law you have.
This would be like an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where Marie walks in and is like, I can't wait to do my lasagna. And then like Raymond's like, okay, good. And then it's like something happens where like Raymond's wife is at like she's not even around. And Raymond's like, okay, yeah, great. And he's just like sitting playing video games or something. And then like Marie's in the background like, I love making lasagna for you, Raymond. And Raymond's like, all right. Sounds great. When are we eating? 8 hours. And then the audience laughs and everyone's like, all right, cool.
All right, yeah.
And it just continues or whatever. And then it's like, okay, let's sit down to eat. And he puts hot sauce on it and she's like, and everyone laughs. And he's like,
what the fuck is wrong? Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm gonna leave. And then that's the end of the show. It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a fucking joke.
With a punchline, which the punchline is, why the fuck would anyone care about this?
Yeah. I really, I don't. Wow, I don't care about hot sauce adding on.
Couldn't care less.
You're just adding more flavor that you might enjoy to it. Is there a limit to hot sauce? I guess that's the question. I don't think it's here. I think potatoes and hot sauce. That's I think that's kind of common, actually. I think, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm
Lasagna and hot sauce? I mean, I never heard of it. I wouldn't stop anyone from doing it.
I'm from the fucking South. Can we stop doing this weird arbitrary, like, you put this on this? Yeah, people are from different places and they eat different fucking foods. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Can we move on?
There's other real issues to worry about.
I don't want to talk about this. It's dumb. It's like, and you know, there was like a weird backlash. I hated is a hot dog a sandwich? What is it? I don't know. Every fucking job is going to ask you this in your fucking icebreaker or whatever. And then, you know, everybody's going to look, and then they're going to talk about it for forever. And I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to put my head in my hands and people are going to look at me like I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're an asshole for not engaging with
nothing about you. I know nothing about, like, I'm going to be in the break room and you're going to come up to me and then you're going to be like, God bless that Donald Trump, huh? And because the only thing I knew about Dave before that was that he thinks a hot dog is a sandwich.
That reminds me of, my last job at the convention center. Yeah, that definitely was like,
great.
Okay.
No, good. Yeah, great. You sold me a fake
vaccines.
fucking
That's weird.
version of your personality and now I have to deal with a fucking Trumper for the rest of my goddamn days until I fucking quit. Awesome. Great. Obviously we're not supposed to fucking talk about politics in the workplace, but then I don't know. Sometimes, what if there are Nazis around?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to fucking do?
Jesus. Yeah.
Like, fuck off, man.
Yeah. Honestly, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. No. Shit is fucking dumb. Why are we doing this, like, and then telling people to mask is identity politics? You know what is identity politics? Getting mad at people putting hot sauce on their fucking lasagna. That's stupid shit. That's dumb and should be thrown out of the conversation.
Yeah, why are we wasting our time?
Maybe we all just want to hang out for a little bit. I think it's okay to not want your fucking mother-in-law in your house for 8 hours. I think it's perfectly fine to want to hang out with her for maybe 2 to 4 hours and then she goes away. And maybe she doesn't make a fucking stank face and act like you killed her because you poured some hot sauce on the lasagna. Holy shit.
So dumb, man.
I wish I had a life as cushy as that. That would be
that's the worst thing you've ever experienced.
You put hot sauce on my lasagna? Oh, no.
Going to Tijuana Flats where they have the hot sauce bar, putting a hot sauce on the tacos. The chef coming out with like fucking tossing, like just slamming it to the ground. This
one sucks too because we're gonna get comments that are like, guys, it is rude. They're gonna take up the mantle for this horrible fucking woman. This horrible you're gonna, like, commenters, you're really gonna take up the mantle for a woman that thinks that women are property? Like, I'm gonna assume that you think that, and I'm gonna hide your fucking shit.
None of my son's whores have been this bad.
As to put hot sauce on my lasagna.
They were respectful to me. It's crazy.
I would have never bought those chickens from your father. For your hand in marriage.
Never.
Never. If I had known you would disrespect me thusly.
Handmaid's Tale's ass fucking.
I will call the tax collector on you thusly, and we will have you kicked out of the kingdom. Like, fuck off, man.
Dude, off topic. Fucking, I've solved it, I guess. Yeah, not the asshole. Fucking off topic. I went on r/petty revenge because it was recommended to me. First thing wasn't petty revenge. It was like, oh, I didn't like one of my coworkers, like, did something bad or whatever. And then I looked them up and they have a $5,000 like legal fee they have to pay. And I fucking snitched on them, and now they have to deliver pizzas on the side. And it's like, that's not petty revenge.
That's actually that's real revenge. Kind of like, actually,
yeah, that's just
petty
revenge
is putting sugar in their salt.
Yeah, just like switching out a little bit, or like changing one little thing. What was it? Hold on, I do want to see real quick.
Crazy, man.
Petty. Hold on, I do want to say what it was, just to say what it was. Oh, because he was talking shit about the OP.
What kind of shit? Like OP is stinky or something?
I don't know. And then it went looking for info about him online.
Honestly, honestly, you know what's crazy? My initial gut reaction, I think that's fine if they were being racist. too
That's
OP.
fair. No, if that,
I think that's
yeah.
like there are certain crimes where I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
fuck around and find out a little
I think,
bit.
yeah, you know what? That is fair. Never mind. But that's not mentioned in the post, and I think that's why the first time I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm also like, okay, if you're talking mad, like really bad shit, I'll look the other way.
I'll look the other way a little bit.
Yeah. But that's our show, dude.
That pisses me off. It's just hot sauce, bro. My brother makes hot sauce, and it's so fucking good. I'll put it on anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you're in Texas, Bad Luck Pepper Co.
Do you think the mother-in-law thinks like Sean Evans is a war criminal?
I guess. How dare they?
How dare they?
These celebrities are so rude. This feels like a candle story. I think we're gonna get canceled because of this.
I'm not making this one a TikTok. Don't worry.
Thank Christ, bro.
That Sims one is probably gonna be the start for this week.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good luck on that one, man.
Fuck.
There were so many asides.
I don't fuck them. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna leaving them in.
Good.
We're not a goddamn Reddit podcast. We're a podcast, motherfuckers.
That's
all
true.
right, TikTok, get your shit together. All right. Listen, we just tell the stories. You don't come here for the Reddit stories, unless you do, in which case I'll go fuck myself. But I think most people come to see us read the Reddit stories. I think that's a very important detail.
Do you think in Nazi Germany there were any motherfuckers that were just like, how dare you put hot sauce in this beautiful soup I made for you? How fucking dare you? I'm gonna call the police on you.
Probably because that's happening now when you have fucking Elon Musk fucking
well,
doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, do you think like in Pompeii, like there was fucking lava coming down and smoke or whatever?
Yeah.
And there were motherfuckers where their last dying breath, they were like, I can't believe you would put hot sauce on the bread that I made you.
People with priorities. Yeah, that's.
How fucking dare you? And it's like,
what?
Like, Linda,
what the fuck is happening?
We
Linda?
have to go, Linda. We have to leave.
Linda dies as she lives.
Linda's like, I'm not going to move until you apologize about the hot sauce. Like, do you think they're? I think so. Yeah. I think, yeah.
God. All right, now that's our show. Sarah, what do you want to plug,
man?
Sarah,
I'm just mad about it still.
Sarah, what do you want to plug? It's okay.
All right,
it's okay.
Follow me on Tumblr. That's O'Heron. THATSOHEERON. We also have a podcast Tumblr, APWSTR Productions. I think it's just at APWSTR. Well, it's not an at, but it's the APWSTR.tumblr.blog.
Yeah.
And we also have a community on there. Like, I think literally one person joined it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we're going to repost stuff there, and you're allowed to post to the community and talk about the podcast and things there too. It's just called APWSTR fans. That's it.
Hell yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Chinlett on most things. Blue Sky, Instagram, I believe. I don't fucking know. A guy nicknamed JC on Twitch. Come join the streams. It's always a lot of fun. But for the podcast, APWSTR Productions on YouTube. APWSTR, I guess, on TikTok because it's still around.
Yeah, I guess.
A podcast will save this on Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the gosh darn bell if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify podcasts or whatever your podcast platform is, rate us as high as it goes. On Apple and Spotify, it'd be 5 stars. Maybe it goes up to 10. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
There's so goddamn many of them.
Yeah.
They all do the same thing.
Yeah.
And if you want to support the podcast, we have our coffee line, straightovercoffee.com.
Get it while you can, baby.
Get it while you can. All right, Sarah's coffee line might be changing soon. Might be going down for a second or two.
Because of the tariffs on Colombia.
Yeah, so last chance to get your coffee probably at the price that it's at. Yeah. Patreon, buy me a coffee at those websites /APWSTR if you want to support us financially. We still have Congo, Sudan, Lebanon, and Palestine links down in the description, as well as the LA Fire links. And I still believe we do have North Carolina links in there.
I think we do. I'm not sure. But we do have also, I added the commissary. You can donate to the commissary of the youth firefighters in LA.
Yeah, definitely send that link to me. Yeah, so we can.
Yeah, it's in there already.
Oh, it's in the link tree?
Yeah, it's in the link tree.
It's in the link tree. All the links are for sure in the link tree. It'll be the first section of our link tree. It's called Mutual Aid. Yeah. That is it for this show. I believe that's everything.
I think so.
Oh, Cameo.
Yeah, I have cameos
and our throne wish lists at APWSTR, and also a guy nicknamed JC. Description.
And Josh streams.
Yeah, twitch.tv, guy nicknamed JC. Please.
It's really fun.
Please.
We're thinking of doing like a trans like charity event where we play through. There's actually, let me look it up.
Yeah.
I can put this in the link tree too, but there's like a Tabletop RPG bundle. Let me go to games. Gaming. Yeah, so it's get 75 games for $10 to support the Trans Empowerment Act. It's like a bunch 75 TTRPG games, and I think Josh and I are going to stream like Tabletop Simulator, us
just
playing
play it.
those,
Yeah.
and do like some sort of Tiltify charity thing
Yeah.
for the Trans Empowerment Act, and just do it until we run out of games.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll figure that out soon, hopefully, and we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, not as like all in one.
No,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
it's gonna
like
be
multiple weeks of it. Because
Yeah.
I think
that's everything.
I think so.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, whatever you're in.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
If I get shit about this hot sauce thing, I'm gonna cry. You're gonna make me cry.
Sorry, I didn't realize. I genuinely didn't think about that being a scenario, even though that has happened before.
Like you have to think about it when you pick these.
I was like, this is stupid.
It is stupid, and that's why it'll make me cry. It's so stupid.
I'd say you know, you're in hell, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be your
and
little
you put
devil.
me there every time.
Hell.
And then my bank account gets thicker.
Yeah, it's like, that's the deal with the devil. Me, you.
I'm in hell, and I keep getting a +1 to my fucking bank account.
I get those +1s, man. I mean,
I
listen,
guess
hey,
so,
listen. Don't hate the player, hate the game.